Hello. Welcome, friends. Back again in Satisfactory. It is 1 week from today that version 1.0 will be launching. We'll be starting over from scratch with all the fun new stuff that they're bringing in. But I figured we might as well try to complete this last milestone and maybe make some of those space elevator parts. We'll see what we can get to. Going to, of course, have tonight's stream, possibly Thursday, and then maybe, not going to guarantee, but maybe one this weekend. Not going to be Saturday, but maybe if I have the time on a Sunday, we can do something else here. I just want to try and do as much as we can before we have to start over. So, it's good to see everybody. I don't know about O&I. I don't know when the next time that's going to come up will be, because I have to finish this or it's going to bug the crap out of me. But if you were not here last stream, what we did is we got our nuclear plant up and running. We're generating a substantial amount of power now. Nuclear plant is, what, 2,500 apiece? So, yeah, we're making 5,500 megawatts. That's pretty stinking good. And, of course, this entire area is pretty much radioactive. We've got our manufacturers here actually making the uranium fuel rods, with the help of the encased uranium cells, encased industrial beams, and electromagnetic control rods. We, of course, are waiting on these things here to get turned back on. We stopped them because we didn't have the power, but now we can turn them back on. We do have the radiation suit and everything enabled, so we're not going to be in a completely terrible situation, but we do need to make sure these get turned on before we leave this area, probably for good. But this should more or less indefinitely keep this thing going, at least for the rest of this playthrough. We have plenty of water coming in. It's consuming the uranium fuel rods, and it is sending this lovely uranium waste way off in the corner here. You can see the radiation level thing is just going woo, 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 woo. Yeah, but this container is going to eventually be chock full of these things. So we're going to let it be what it's going to be, and get out of here and go as far away as possible. Hopefully we don't need to make another one of these. But like I said, we have plenty more to do in the name of particle enrichment and all sorts of fun stuff. These control rods here, we have to have 400 of those, but those are being flown in by drone, which we'll actually see them pop out of here in just a moment. But we need 400 of those for the particle enrichment milestone, which of course unlocks the final set of buildings. And actually, I don't think there's any buildings in there, but it unlocks the final set of items that we can construct. So we'll see. There is absolutely nothing said about an O&I stream at any point in time. Now I got to remember how to get out of here. The other fun thing is that we have all this uranium in here, and I've got to go past it to get back to where we're going. So I guess we'll just, you know, kind of run on top of this thing here and see what we can get ourselves into. I believe, yeah, I can just go right up over here and right up this thing, and then we'll just go back to the normal base. Very good. We don't have to worry about this for the rest of the playthrough. Hopefully, we don't need that much more power. But I guess we'll just have to go and see what happens. Radiation shower tower? I mean, but where? There's also no showers in this game, so I don't know how you want me to approximate that. Water is a tasty snack, even though it has basically nothing in it. Would you rather have a kilometer of hypertubes? Okay, well, where do you propose those go? Besides this path that we're currently taking, because that's a huge pain to build. Well, ideally, we don't ever have to go over here again. ideally. So it's one of those things where if we spend the time to do this, it would kind of be a waste. When we could be making some of these end-game things. Well, for now, I guess it doesn't matter. Primary goal is to finish the last milestone. There's no chance we're going to be able to complete Phase 4 because that is an absolutely, completely absurd quantity of items to produce. But I would like to make at least one or a couple of each of those things. The project is to finish particle enrichment. Because then that unlocks other buildings we can play with, like the particle accelerator and other stuff. I just mainly want to make sure that there is as little left on the, oh, we didn't do that list as we possibly can have on there for when we actually go into 1.0. So now I've got to remember where we're making this other, I think it's here. Yes, this is our electromagnetic control rods. I don't think we're going to run out of these anytime soon, but we do need 400 of them. So let's just, yeah, I've got 4. Okay. Yeah, so that's a thing. I only have 4 of these waiting to go here. So why don't we, for the benefit of actually finishing this particle enrichment, 4 per minute. So that's 100 minutes of electromagnetic control rods. Where's my... There it is. Let's just let this thing do what it needs to do. And by do what it needs to do, I mean overclock the absolute you-know-what out of it so it finishes faster. But just to give an idea what we're working with here. Pop back over to our hub area. Particle enrichment still needs the cooling system, which apparently has to be made in a blender. That's going to be... Oh, does that take nitrogen? I think it does. And the turbo motor... okay. Sheesh. Okay, maybe we won't finish this. So, to make 100 turbo motors, we have to have 400 of the other thing that we also need 400 of. So we gotta make 800 of these. We have to make 800 of these cooling systems. Yikes. Well, the rubber is not going to be an issue. The heat sinks. 1,600 heat sinks. Okay, what's the recipe for heat sink? This is why you automate stuff, kids. The recipe for heat sinks is... Okay, so 1,600 heat sinks means we have to have... Oh my god, we're going to have like 7,200 alclad aluminum sheets. Oh my god, dude. Okay. See, this is why people don't play this game to the very end unless they're masochists. 7,200 alclad aluminum sheets. Well, I guess that's a good first thing for us to attempt to do today. I hope I did my math right. We have plenty of aluminum, so that's not the issue. The issue with the alkali aluminum sheets is that we have to make all of those. So, we have copper somewhere. I'll tell you what we'll do. Is I'm going to build a another level up here for us to put another little factory on. Yes, okay. So if we take a look at the actual production rate of a lot of this stuff, I think we're going to find ourselves to be pretty miserable trying to actually get this done. But we've got to do something, right? We need an immense quantity of alkylate aluminum sheets. And those have to be made in assemblers, and each assembler, I think, if I can... Okay, it says floor is too steep. I need another doohickey right here. Okay, that is not the correct direction for that to be going. There we go. I really should be using the recipe for foundations that doesn't require you to have directionality, but... Alright, so if... What object is that encroaching on? I actually don't know what it could possibly be. Ah! Ha ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Okay. Alright, I see what's happening here. I forgot about the clearance on this thing. Hey, remember when you said you were going to fix the spaghetti? No, I absolutely do not. Fake news. No, I did say that, and I'm not going to do it. At this point, it's not worth the time. Especially with all this other stuff you guys want me to get to. Let's put a bunch of assemblers in. There we go. Come on. So 3 of these. I know it's not going to be super fast, but it's going to be faster than doing it by hand. So we go down to alkylate aluminum sheets. 30 per minute, unless we overclock it. And then, you know, same deal here. I don't have an alternate recipe for these, but at this point I think it's probably too late for that. It's unlikely we're going to get that unlocked. What are these allegations being placed against me in the chat right now? Oh no. So, I'm going to think about this. 30 per minute. So if I don't overclock anything, this is going to be 90 per minute. Assuming I can feed it that much. Shouldn't be an issue. 90 per minute. I need 7,200 of these. That's a lot of minutes. That's a lot of minutes. Okay, I guess that's probably only about an hour. And okay. All right, we'll play ball. We'll play ball here. But I also shouldn't be waiting an hour to get this actually finished. Well, this is what happens when you try to Mickey Mouse an entire playthrough here and without actually, you know, doing it the correct way. So input on this, even if we overclocked, is not going to... Well, actually it could. Not going to overclock past 200%, I don't think. Well, it's easy to upgrade the things anyway. So that'll be Mark 1. Do I really need to make this perfect? No. Will I anyway? Most likely. You know how this goes. That's going to go into the left one. Hopefully I can fit... Ah, see, this is why. This is why, folks. If you want stuff to look nice, you have to just kind of accept that everything is going to be suffering. You heard the news of an architectural marvel invented by the Egyptians. Did they actually invent pillars? Lets you build on top of things without ugly obstructing walls. I mean, I guess. If you want to be technical about it. Now, I could just say, you know what, we're going to have spaghetti and you're going to like it. And I probably should if in the interest of, you know, actually accomplishing stuff. But I figured we might as well do stuff that actually looks nice. Ish. So if that is going to be... That's going to be here, if I can actually get this to line up correctly. If that's actually connected, I might have to redo this in a second here. See if this actually works, because if it does, then we're going to be golden. Hey, okay. I can get behind that all day long. Let's go. Conveyor splitter. Hopefully, if I can get this actually line up right. So that one's going to have to be... Did I Where's the input on this? Oh, nope. Nope, I gotta redo it. Because it's not coming in the right way. Okay, so yeah, I definitely want the input to be here. There we go. We'll just do this the easy way. There we go. And then, technically we don't need one at the end, but they're cheap enough to build, and it makes it easy, so we might as well go ahead and just pop this guy in here, take these intermediaries out, and then I guess it probably already fits into this, but I'm going to redo it just in case. Then we can do everything else. All right, I heard the little chirp, so I think that's fine. All right, so that's what's going to be the copper going into that. And then we have to have the splitter for the aluminum, which is going to end up coming into the center, I think. So we'll just have this branch out from that guy, say right there. And then we actually don't need to put any of these other splitters in here. I just did it up top because it was easier to get that going. But that means going into this, we're going to have a minimum of 90, and if we overclock, it'll be 180. So I'm going to do that with a Mark III. I know this is going to be like one of the ugliest things that's ever been built in the history of time. And, oh, of course, I have to have a splitter. What in the world am I on here? Okay, so that technically works. That's the best kind of works, is technically. Now, is this going to be in an incredibly stupid position here? The answer is also probably yes, but we'll get this hooked up here. 1.0 playthrough is not going to be like this, just for everyone's edification. We're going to actually make things that look nice. And I'm going to commit to as little spaghetti as possible. Now, whether or not my words are as valuable or less valuable than a politician's, I guess we'll find out in due time. But I really would like to do things, quote-unquote, the right way, since we're going to have a chance to actually... Why did that... Okay. We're going to have a chance to actually start fresh and clean. I think that's what we want. Alright, so that's going to feed those two. Then I just have to do one in the middle, and if we have to upgrade it, we have to upgrade it, but for right now we don't, so that's fine. There's our aluminum ingots going in. They're going to take, yeah, they're going to take some time to get in here. So now I have to connect these. And again, these can just be Mark 1s. They're basically going nowhere. And then I just have to connect the input of this guy to all the way over here. We have a big old thing of copper. And technically the output of this is not blocked, but it kind of is. But it's also not. So we're just going to decide, you know what? That's not real. And we're going to bring this up here into there. Create a little bit of extra spaghetti, but hey, it's fine. That's the way it's going to go. So, that'll take its time to get up here. We need to then come over on the output of this. My God, this is hideous. We need to come over here and get this situated with some mergers so that everything can come out in the right spot. Hold on, that's not... there we go. Oh, this is also not aligned to the world grid, so that's fun. But hey, we're at the point now where we really can't afford to waste any more time on, you know, actually doing things the right way, quote unquote. I need iron plates. Okay. Let's grab a stack or two of those guys. Hey, hey. And before the first episode of Spaghetti, well, we're going to find out together on Tuesday, September 10th, when that thing comes out. And I am currently planning on a rather lengthy stream to hopefully try and get ourselves off to a good start. So, I don't know what everybody's appetite is as far as like stream length or start time, but actually I've got a pretty decent amount of data on that because I asked you guys a billion times. But I think, assuming I can make the time work, I think we could probably do 4 or 5 hours maybe. What in the world is a Harry Pregerson interchange? $24-hour stream? No. I got other stuff I gotta do. I also do not know what Z1's trick is. 6 seasons in the movie. I hope that movie's gonna be good, man. That show is so good. I feel like it kind of is like a product of its time, and it's not gonna be the same. Whatever they're gonna end up doing for the movie, it's just not gonna be the same thing. But hopefully they can manage to do something nice. Alright, so that is going to go into... Yeah, let me wire 2 of these things together. That's certainly not going to be a problem. Alright, so that will be the 4th. From that can come down to... wait, do I have wiring going through the machines? Alright, cool. Send it. I guess that's fine. That's just on the seam there. There we go. Okay, so that's going to connect somewhere. Does that have a free slot? Yes, it does. Cool. So these assemblers are now connected, and they are going to be making a whole bunch of alclad aluminum sheets. And those all have to go somewhere. So I suppose we should probably... Does that seriously not intersect here? Oh, wow. Okay. That is... That's about as perfect as one could ask for. I'm just going to have those go into a little storage container here so I have somewhere to go to get them. And I guess we'll just see what happens when those come out. Remember, we need 7,200. 7,200 of these alclad aluminum sheets. That is, I think, this entire container. Just about. Maybe more. Because this is... actually, no. If the stack is 100, then this would be 2,400. This would be bigger than this container. Are they actually making a movie? Yes. There hasn't been a whole lot of detail, but they have confirmed that a movie is in the process. I don't know if they've filmed anything yet, but the cast has agreed in principle to return, minus Chevy Chase, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty, because right, remember he was not in season 6, I don't think, because he had a lot of drama around him. All sorts of stuff. Plus, I'm pretty sure he hated being on that show, and everybody hated him being there, so it's probably just best that he isn't involved anymore. Troy and Abed are in morning. Yep, there you go. So, we have started the process, at the very least, of getting 7,200, that's a whole lot, 7,200 alclad aluminum sheets. And then the heat sinks also require copper sheeting. I am pretty sure. Let's check that again. I really should just know these off the top of my head. Yes, so 5 of these. So, oh man, math is hard. This is going to be 50... Actually, this could just be 5,000 copper sheets. If we have to have 1,600 of these. I think... I'm basing this math off of... no, 4,800. I'm basing this math off of, like, camera ISO math. Which is usually just 1,600 doubled or halved or whatever. Yes, Community. Fantastic show. If you like sitcoms and went to college at all. A whole lot of that's going to make a lot of sense. Yeah, the gas leak, yeah. Season 4 was the gas leak season for sure. But, now that we have the alkyd aluminum sheets going, let's take a look at the rest of these. I don't remember what they're called, but okay, cooling system. So, yeah, so we needed that. We have rubber's not going to be a problem. Water's not going to be a problem. Nitrogen gas we were using to make the fused modular frames. Those are turned off. So we could actually use those same blenders. We could reconfigure those to make the cooling systems. Or we could just build more blenders, but they already have the nitrogen gas going to them. It would not be hard to put the rest of this in there, but we have to be able to make these first, so that's not what we're worried about. This is going to suck. Turbo motors, again, rubber, not a problem. We just have to wait. Motors, we probably already have more than enough to do that. The radio control units, in theory, are not hard. We just haven't automated that. King of the Hill, also fantastic. Oh yeah, this is what caused all this stupid math with the alkyd aluminum sheets, is because the turbo motors require the cooling systems, and we have to also make cooling systems. So what we could do probably would be smart to go ahead and make a bunch of radio control units. Crystal oscillators are going to be the biggest pain in the butt to do that with, and that's because of the quartz crystals, which I cannot believe I've made it this far without having even a miner on the quartz. I feel like we need to go ahead and just do that. We can't make a miner Mark III without turbo motors, so forget that, but miner Mark II is very doable for us. We just have to have the portable miners for that, and then run power out to it, which, again, oh, I need more cables. But that shouldn't be a problem, and then we have to have conveyors, which, again, should not be a problem. I don't think the Mark II on a normal quartz node... Let's actually find out. Let's actually find out the purity of this. Is this just normal? Oh, it's pure sulfur. Okay. Surprised it hasn't pinged it yet. Oh, no, that's sulfur. No, I want quartz, not sulfur. Okay, so that says normal purity, normal. Okay. There's two of them. I love it when I don't remember anything. So 2 minor Mark IIs. Each of those is going to produce 120, which is 240, unless I overclock, which could go up to whatever a Mark V belt can carry. I think the quantity of quartz that we're going to need is not larger than 240 per minute to do most of this stuff. Why do you hate turbo motors? Because they're incredibly hard to make, and we can't make them yet. How many of these do we have? Okay. Oh, stacks of 200. Okay. So this is going to end up being 4,800 when it's completely full, which might happen a little quicker than we think. I don't know. It's still probably going to be at least 40 minutes, but we will go ahead and get our modular frames situated. I only need a couple more of those. And then I think we're going to be in good shape. All right, portable miners it is. I actually don't remember how those are made, so we're probably going to have to go find something when we start making those. Oh, I can make 73. Never mind. It's all right. And there we go. Now that is going to be... it's not close. But if I have... oh yeah, I've got plenty. That'll hold 270 if it's the Mark III. So I guess that's just going to have to be good enough. And I hope we can just have the patience necessary to deal with the rest of this. We'll bring a little bit extra back because we'll have the capacity for it. So I need cables, and then we can go and do that. I'm going to find that, then remember where the car is. I think we'll be okay. Hopefully the nuclear power plant doesn't just decide, hey, enough's enough, and give up on us. That would be very, very challenging to deal with. Can I make it through here? Yes. Okay, so take 2 stacks of that. Solves that problem. Hopefully for a very long time. Can I make power poles. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem whatsoever. All right. Where is my car? There it is. I have not played Slay the Spire. Yeah, of all the power plants you would not want saying, all right, I'm out. Yep, absolutely nuclear power is not what you want to have to go solve problems with. All right, so I've got fuel in here. Looking good. And away we go. I promise I know how to drive. So I don't know how far back we're going to have to bring this stuff. Probably makes sense to bring it as far back as we can. I don't know if we really need to be concerned about appearances, since we're just basically trying to finish something by the time 1.0 comes out. But we will see what we can get up to. That will also come with the side benefit of giving these other dudes a reason not to be here anymore. Can I just, like, boot that guy off the edge of the map here? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, do not fall off. Wait, did that kill him? Did he just fall off the edge? See ya. All right. So because I am, for better or worse, firmly wedded to making buildings on these things, we might as well go ahead and just pop in a couple of foundations. Hopefully, this is lined up in a nice, satisfying manner. But if not, then, well, that's too bad. We're just going to live with it. All right. That works. No, that one doesn't work. Got to get fixed. I can't see. There we go. Okie dokie. Miner Mark II. Oh, that is actually barely into the square there. But it's still in, so I guess that's fine. This will have to come out that way. Am I going to be able to... Let's see here. Am I going to be able to have these all at the same height? The question absolutely nobody asked, but now I desperately need to know the answer to. Because if that's the case, I can have this entire thing all one building. Oh, yes. Oh, it is beautiful. It is glorious. It's an absolute masterpiece of engineering. And by that I mean it is uglier than Original Sin itself. But it's going to work. It is going to work. And this is going to be something. That's going the wrong way. Okay, okay. Now, that'll go through here, which will then join up with this mess. Okay, I got to take these things out. I've got room to pick up portable miner. Hopefully. And, yep, that's all she wrote. Let's put this down. Okay, so that'll come out this side, join up with that thing, and get belted into one. Go all the way out. Why did we build this as a building instead of just plunking it down on the ground? You're never going to come back over here. I don't know the answer to that question, but we're just gonna get this done. I have 54 Mark II belts. Do I want to just... Yeah, I think so. What are we building today? We are building quartz miners that are going to take the quartz all the way back to the main area because we have to make 400 of these cooling units for the particle enrichment milestone, and then we have to make another 400 so we can make 100 turbo motors. And all of those also require... You know what? I'll just pull this up. I need to make... All right, so the hardest thing for us to make right now is going to be the turbo motors. Each one of these turbo motors, we have to make 100 of them, require 2 radio control units. So we have to make 200 radio control units. Each one of those radio control units requires half of a crystal oscillator. So we need to make 100 crystal oscillators. Those require, if I can find, here it is. Each one of those requires, actually, we've got an alternate recipe. I don't know if we can do that, but anyway, each of those requires 18 quartz crystal, which requires us to have math. I can't do math. 30 raw quartz. So each one of these Mark II miners will produce 120 quartz per minute, which means every minute we can make enough crystal, raw quartz crystal for 4 from one miner. So every minute we can make enough for 8. We need to make 100. Okay, so this actually might be overkill. But we need it for other stuff too. So it's fine. If I start to do too much math, see, it's already hampering my speech abilities. If I start to do too much math, then my brain just decides it is time to go, my people need me, and then nothing ever happens ever again. So I am going to attempt to get this to line up. I believe that to be straight. And it looks like it is. So that'll just come right down the middle. Right past this mess. And then right out of this mess means... Ah! That's exactly what it means with that sound. This will get merged into a mergered. I think. Yes. Let's do that. That needs to be a Mark II into there, and that needs to be a Mark II into there, but we're going to end up... There we go. Do one of those numbers, so those are connected, and this has to be a Mark III, leaving this, which is going to be its own brand of fun. So that's got to be... Well, actually, we don't need to have... We don't need to have this look nice. It just needs to work, right? But we might as well, since we're going to be spending so much time actually getting this finished, we might as well take the time to do it right. Now, I don't know... Oh, see, I wish I didn't have to... do it like this, but I suppose that's probably the best we're going to get is for that to look like that. Take that through there. And then I just have to build the buildings for these, which I do not have to do. I choose to do. But it's nice when stuff looks nice, you know? Completely lost on anything in the middle. Me too. I'm glad we're all on the same page. But I think I can just go ahead and... No, not there. Get out of here. Just go ahead and get this whole thing situated. I will make the center part of this out of glass because I can. And it looks nice. And then that'll go all the way around this mess. Can I reach all of this from back here? I think the answer might be yes. All right, so the rest of this needs to probably just be glass like we've done before with the rest of these. I'm going to turn on my zoop. So that should be tall enough. Another 4 of those. Will we run out of glass? Very likely. Will we run out of the iron plates? Almost definitely. There we go. But it would be very nice to have this actually finished, or part of this actually finished. Just so we could say we actually did something productive. And this whole while we're spending all this time on this, the what do you call it, is making a bunch of alkylate aluminum sheets. So, what I have traditionally done with these is have the these roof pieces like this, which are the 4-meter ones. Yeah, there we go. Just like so. If I can get this to play nice with the corners, which I don't think I can, then that would be a whole lot easier. But alas, it is not to be. I just wish I could easily do that. But it's fine. Hopefully everyone is having a lovely evening. Or early morning, I suppose, for our European friends. I take complaining about my cult leader very seriously. Well, that's equal parts disturbing and heartwarming, so I guess thanks for that. Alright, just about finished with this. But I guess we're far enough down here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, where's my ramp walls? And we can zoop that thing all the way down. Same over here. Another thing we got to figure out. See, look how much natural light comes in the morning to this building that absolutely doesn't need natural light. But another thing I got to figure out when we go to 1.0 is a unified architecture standard for all of our stuff. And like, I don't know, this is neat, but it's not the most aesthetically pleasing thing ever. What's the name of the cult? I don't know. You'd have to ask the people who are in the cult. The whole of September you get 2 hours of water. Yikes. Well, that doesn't sound fun. Glad you don't have to deal with that anymore. Okay, there's no little peaked bit here, but I can do... Ooh, do I do a glass foundation as like a ceiling? I don't think that's gonna work. Oh, they have flat ones. Good. Good. That's what I was gonna do here. So I don't need to really have a I don't really need to have a tilted roof here. This just needs to be covered. Well, it doesn't need to be covered. You know what I'm getting at. It's just nice when stuff actually has some sort of design to it. Can we change the color of buildings? Absolutely. We've always been able to. I just never did. But I would really like to. If we're going to be spending a lot of time in 1.0, which I think we will be, I'd like stuff to look good. Brutalism. I like brutalism in terms of the aesthetic most of the time. Sometimes I think it's a little bit like, all right, why are you doing this for whatever this building is supposed to be? But I think it can look really interesting. There's no cult in Bossing, say, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna send you to re-education time. I don't know the name of the cult. I'm not in it. Good for you. I'm not in it either. I'm trying to think. Because I watched, I think I've talked about this guy before, Skalty, who's made Satisfactory tutorials off and on for the past couple of years. He had a couple of really interesting ways to combine the different building materials and some things that are not really technically building materials to make some nice brutalist style designs. I think I might want to try and do something kind of like that. Can't renew membership for some reason. Well, I wish I could help you, but I have no idea how that whole system works. I do know that some people have problems on iOS if they're doing it from like an iPhone or iPad or something. So if that's what you're trying to do, maybe try from a desktop. Because I know it has problems sometimes. They need to do a purple planet. Well, now I want to look at, like, I don't know, 70s and 80s sci-fi art. Always has these really cool futuristic retro designs on your laptop. Okay, well then I got nothing. Sorry about it. That's weird though. Like I don't know why it just does that for some reason. Like some people have had some problems trying to figure out how the membership thing works. I'm never going to hold that against you, ever. getting told to fill out... I have never heard of that. Is that like some sort of like legal thing for a different country? I actually don't know what your country you're in. Do a poll for the theme? I mean, once I kind of figure something out, I guess we will. Art Deco looks awesome. That's another thing I think we've talked about before. I need to actually play the game. But urban exploration videos have always been kind of an interesting thing for me to watch. Like the people who actually, go explore things to appreciate the value of the building and not just like, oh, I'm going to go spray some stupid garbage on... Don't do that. But there's one channel in particular that I've been watching for, I guess, almost a decade at this point, where they go in and they find old power plants and industrial machinery and stuff, and they take these really good cinematic videos and stuff of that. I think the Art Deco stuff, like the old power plants in the U.S. from the early 1900s, where it's intentionally designed to be like a work of art out of respect for the medium of electricity, is just really, really cool looking stuff. And of course, all the stuff now is just like a big warehouse with catwalks and fluorescent light bulbs and everything. It's like, all right, cool. It does what it's supposed to do, but the magic's not there, Devilish, 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very, very much. Who's got them? Megan Dawson, Bob Gooderum, Stuart K, Allen 101, and Jay Mollenwanger, I think would be how that's pronounced. Welcome back to a few of you, and welcome to the rest. You get early videos, and you get emotes, which we'll be adding to very, very soon. Soon, TM. Yes, the proper people. Absolutely love that channel. Yeah, they've done some really good educational content, too. I really liked, since you brought it up, I'm sure you saw the video where they did whatever the people who were doing, like, the restoration of the steam engine. Like the industrial steam engine, not like a locomotive. But that one had a lot of really good educational information in it. The world stopped building nice things after World War II. Well, there's probably a couple of reasons for that. But yeah, I would be tempted to agree with you on that. Overall, like, that's not to say like, public works can't look good anymore, but I think the state of the world rapidly shifted toward how can we optimize things for profitability and not necessarily interesting character, and I think that's a shame. But there is something to be said for, responsible use of public funds, and I'm never going to be opposed to that. But, it is nice to have stuff that you can look at and say, wow, the people that made this really cared about the people that this building is serving, or they really had pride in their country or something, and they made something that people all over the world could look at and be like, wow, that's really cool. And then you look at our stuff now, it's like, hey, this exists, it does the job, it looks stupid. But hey, whatever. I'm not an industrial engineer, I play video games on the internet. Don't take anything that I say as gospel truth. Action and Adventure Twins, I've not heard of them. Actually, come to think of it, Proper People have been pretty much the only Urbex channel that I've watched with any degree of regularity after, like, I first found that kind of stuff like 10 years ago. Oh, caves are nuts. In the southeast, there's, I guess, technically, like, northern Alabama, Tennessee, Arkansas, Kentucky area have a lot of caves. And I've got some friends who've been into that stuff. And the pictures that they have sent me of some of these things are just unbelievable. There's a lot of natural beauty almost anywhere that you care to go find it. I think that's one of America's greatest strengths is the just wealth of amazing resources and really, really cool stuff you can just go see for either free or a very, very cheap price. Really, really, really cool. Well, let's get these hooked up together. Is there a ladder to get to the top of this, or I'm going to have to fly again? Yeah, okay. I just need that to hook up to the other side, which I guess I'm going to have to jump on top of. There we go. And then this is going to hook up to that, and then this is going to have to hook up on the other side to wherever the power is going to come out from. But I'm running out of silica, which I guess I'm not, because I have a bunch of quartz in my inventory. I could just make more. But oh no, it's not silica, it's the iron sheets. Okay. Well, I guess that's a little bit more of a problem for me to go solve later. But I really would like to have this actually functional. I know it's not going to start bringing out the quartz until we can actually hook it up to power, but let's just check to make sure. Okay, the conveyor poles needing the iron plates is a problem, because I'm going to have one of these about every 50 meters or so. I think, or is it every 50 or is it every 25 where you have to have... Yeah, okay, so that's not going to get us very far, but at the very least, it looks at least marginally interesting. Good news, though, is that we do not need to have a big old structure to get the conveyor belt back. It just needs to, you know, snake its way around, and the building can sit here and look nice. There's a building on the UC Davis campus where the architect died halfway through building. They forgot to put any stairs in. Well, I'm not going to say it's hilarious the guy died, but that is objectively kind of funny that the stairs were apparently not included in the plan because the guy was dead before they got there. I don't know. I feel like you'd have to have the stairs designed into the thing before you could even start building, but who knows? Maybe it was different back then. I would love to go to Alaska and just go hike and camp and fish and stuff in the wilderness, even for just a weekend. It's expensive, though. It's like a one-way flight is like $800 or something. I got a couple friends up there I'm sure would host me, but it is very hard to go essentially travel halfway across the world from where I am. Yeah, it's definitely hard. And there's just so much to it, too. I think, like, a lot of people don't understand just how huge Alaska is. Like, it is basically the size of half of the contiguous United States, the lower 48. That is a massive amount of land. It's just incalculable, just wilderness everywhere. You know, the game is in early access. It is coming out to full release 1.0 next week, September 10th. I bought it in early access in 2020. And, I mean, back then I thought it was worth what I paid for it. It was, what, $20 or $25? I don't know how much it's going to cost at full release, but I have gotten so much enjoyment, so much time out of this game. It's absolutely worth every penny I paid. How did you pronounce contiguous? People do it differently, I guess. It doesn't really matter. Contiguous. I guess I could just look it up. Waste everybody's time here on stream. Let's see. Okay. Oh, well, I can't say that or my phone's going to listen to me. Tell me how is this pronounced?
Contiguous.
All right, well, I guess I'm wrong. It's $50 now. Well, it's still probably worth $50. I know they've added a bunch of stuff for 1.0. Okay, I actually just got a message from my friend who lives in Alaska, so I guess I'll have to respond to him in a little bit. But while I had my phone open to look at that, good timing. Let's try and get, because I'm not going to be able to get too far. Actually, hold on. Oh, good. This does not need the iron plates. Let's get our air belt in. And we're just going to, we're going to go over here. Where's my car? Oh, it's way over there. Okay, so that goes... yeah, it looks like... Oh, is it only 28 meters? Really? Okay. Well, if it's only 28 meters, we are definitely not making it anywhere close to where we're trying to go. Oh, I should have... You know what? Let's do ourselves a favor. Oh, I can just delete those now. We'll do it right. We'll do it correctly. All right. We'll just go all the way up here. I wanted to clear that rock face, and I didn't know how far it was going to let me go here. Okay, so that, yeah, that'll work. And how far? I guess we'll just keep going this way. Maybe make a little bit of a turn here. You know how this goes. Everybody loves just running conveyor belts all over the place. Did I go too far? I might have made a mistake here. Oh, well. So it's only 27. I knew that to be 28. Maybe I don't, actually. I just want it to go as far as it can. I was trying to get the aim slightly correct here. So that could be fine at that level. And then this could just go up high enough to crest the hill. There we go. Now I can at least see where we're going. I suppose I could just have the power start from here and then it'll end up connecting to the coal plant. But for now, let's just get this going all the way back. What's a car? As an American, are you even allowed to ask that question? It's built in our DNA. Wish it wasn't, but... Alright, so that's there. Ooh, how much further than this corner? Okay, this can actually be helpful. I like it when stuff matches, but I also like it when stuff doesn't take 1.5 billion years to build. So I guess we'll just leave this... Oh, that's right on the border of too long. Bet. Let's, Oh, don't go through the... Okay. I can't have it clip through the rock, I know. It really doesn't matter. But I really hate it when stuff looks stupid. I know, might be a little hard to believe based on how some of this stuff has gone, but we are going to do our best to have stuff not look completely ridiculous. Oh, it connects. It connects all the way there. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll tell you what. I will fix this to be looking correct. I don't want to mark 3. Give me the double wall outlet mark 1. Right here in the corner. And by right here in the corner, I mean right there, not in the corner. That place over there, etc. Connect there, connect to there. Yes, sirree. Okay, so that's connected. Both of these are connected. I just don't have any more metal plates with which to build anything else. But these will start spitting out just as soon as we get enough to come back. Let's get the car. Southern accent stream, please, God, no. Oh, I forgot I parked all the way at the edge. Don't fall off. Excellent. Oh, I can absolutely do it, but I'm not going to. I was raised by it. I was not born into it, because my parents were from California, but I have been around it my entire life. Molded by it. It doesn't even sound like that. I don't know why it's like the Sean Connery voice all of a sudden, but I digress. All right, where am I going to put this thing? Because we're going to have... You're going to have it go somewhere. So where would it make sense to bring... I guess, honestly, probably in this general vicinity would make sense. I just have to have the plates. So let's go get some plates. Okay, drift around the corner failed. Now I got a car stuck on the corner of the thing here. Oh, hello. Okay, just teleport. I guess that's better than the alternative. I have not seen nor heard of that show. Alright, hopefully that doesn't fly off the edge. I need to get those plates. Alright, so I've got 600 plates. Do I have enough concrete? I've got 543 concrete. Do I have enough silica? I got 466 silica. That is almost certainly more than enough. Let's check our progress on... Oh, this is so slow. Let's check our progress on the alkali aluminum sheets. Yeah, okay, so it's about half full. That's good. I'm going to, because I have the space, I'm going to take 2 stacks. So we have 400. We can do something with at some point. We also need to check on, because I pulled this out, I bet you it actually... Yeah, okay, it stopped making these. Alright, that was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake, because these take a really, really long time to get made. But I will just dump that 100 in the what do you call it? Scientific term. And we'll be on our way. I think the game needs a backpack expansion. So there is something that we can research, which is... I don't remember what it's called, but there is one that gives more inventory. And I really, honestly, should try to research all these before we're finished. I just don't remember. Yeah, 6 inventory slots, but I have to research nuclear deterrent development, which I guess is not that hard, and then we have to make this. But the reason I hadn't done this yet is turbo fuel is a huge pain to make. And do I even have that recipe unlocked? I might not. Because that would be... Yeah, that might be in what we're actually trying to unlock right now. No? Okay, then where was turbo fuel? Surely it wasn't all the way back here. Or is that an alternate recipe we have to find? Oh, yeah, you know what? I bet it is. That's almost certainly what it was. I'm not making fun of Devilish for asking what a car is. What in the world are you talking about? Okay, that one's done. Is there anything else that's going to give me inventory expansion? I don't think so. That was the tool belt. Programmable splitter. You know, we actually could, if we went to go get those resources right now, we could go ahead and unlock this. Oh, wait, what? I didn't... Really? I didn't research... But I already have these. What? Okay, alright, hold on. Oh, you know what I didn't do? We didn't turn on the Quickwire factory. It is still off. We have... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. You know what? I actually do need to have that other stack there. Maybe we did turn it back on. Well. It has enough anyway. I really should have been on top of this stuff a lot better than I have been. And I just, for whatever reason, never was. Alright. What in the world is this? Geothermal generator. Okay. Huh. Alright, stun rebar. I just have to have 10... Hold on. Hold on. What is this? What does this give us? Oh, okay, I don't really care about that, but if I can make ammo for this rebar gun. No, I don't want to make the gun. I want to make the... Ah, here it is. Was it 10? 10 rebar to do that? All right, let's try this. So now I got sucked down this whole thing again. So I want to actually be able to do this. It is so funny to me that I've made supercomputers before I researched them. Like, how does that even work? Okay, rifle ammo. Do I even know how to make that yet? Power switches. I should have been doing this stuff a long time ago, but I didn't. Anyway, this is just a wild goose chase at this point. Yeah. Don't need to worry about that. Shatter rebar. You know what? I might as well just try to, what does a radar tower even do? And there's so much of this I've forgotten. Couldn't figure out the membership issue, but I'm on the Patreon. Thanks very much for the support. You'll be in. You won't be in tomorrow's video because that's already exported and uploaded. But in what's Thursday, your name will show up in that. I always thought that hurt to have a reinforcement bar launched into my brain. Yeah, that would definitely hurt. Would not feel good. Oh, I could literally already research this if I just had a hard drive. Man. I'm not smart, am I? But I can't scan for a hard drive unless I research hard drives as a scannable thing. Which, what allows me to do that? Is that what the, no, is that what the, what is it called does? Radio signal scanning. Oh yeah, okay. See, I'm getting distracted now. This is a problem. I have the motors. The crystal oscillator is going to be the most annoying thing to do, but that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm doing this, and I got sidetracked again. You guys let it happen. Don't do that. You promised. None of you promised anything, but it's fine. I was going to build a little factory here. Oh, no. The Patreon thing is so easy. Because there's like 30 people on there, and one new person joins the Patreon thing like, I don't know, once every 3 weeks. The Patreon thing is super easy to keep track of, so do not worry about that at all. It's the 1,200 names on the YouTube list that gets really, really hard to keep up with. I know, I'm kind of thinking that I might need to just turn the YouTube list into a, just every single name is on there. Because it's the problem isn't necessarily that the list exists. The problem is having to move 200 or 300 names every single month. Whereas if I just made it, the YouTube list is like, hey, okay, here's people that did it for a year, and they're separated, but everybody else is in the same just this name exists box, then that would be much easier to keep up with. But it's been kind of fun to see the names all just keep moving up this whole time. Oh God. Yeah, that's opening an entire like huge can of worms getting any AI thing involved in this. What in the world is that? Like what is this? I can't tell, like it looks like part of a drop pod or something that's just like glitched in the air. Yeah, it's like a little light thing. I almost wanted to say it was like a head crab from Fallout, not Fallout, Valve game, Half-Life. It will be a cold day in hell before I have unpaid interns. And I'm not talking about the city in Michigan. You're going to get me in trouble if I start talking about generative AI again. I don't know, man. It's like, I'm not here to tell you what you can and cannot do with your time, but it just seems really, really soulless and depressing to imagine AI-generated creative stuff. When that's like one of the greatest things you can do as a human being is like make something. And then what people are putting out is just like absolute regurgitated stolen slop more often than not if it's coming from one of those AI things. ChatGPT would turn those names into a series of... What? It's not Death Note. Teachers becoming books while they're enjoying the cafe. What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, Lance, that's awful. That is never an easy thing to do. But remember that it's okay to take time to grieve and process your emotions with that stuff. A lot of people don't understand just how much of an emotional toll it can take on you until it happens. So, please do take care of yourself. I didn't drive over here, did I? Nope, I did not. And at least I have the, I got the plates over here. So, I guess I need to decide where I'm putting this. I think we decided it was going to be... Oh, that seems so much further now than it did before. That's annoying. I don't want the conveyor pole. Mark 3 conveyor. So if I turn this around the pole here... And that is going to... Yep. Perfect. Ah, see, it's not going to let me if I'm standing on it. Nope, I'm going to have to walk. Trying to think of any possible way to avoid doing that. Alright, that's as far as it's going to go. Can it go above the sand? Yes, it can. Beautiful. And this will not get all the way up to the top here, but it's going to be closer than we think. And up. World's ugliest conveyor belt. But it works. Ah, now it's too long because it went up. Boo. All right, let's try again. So I guess I need it to be like 26 and then go up. Good. That works. If I'm putting the factory thing over here, then I guess this is probably fine. All right. Now let's go catch our power lines. All the way back there. I don't think it's going to let me latch on from here. But pretty soon it should. There we go. All right, how far can I go? Too long. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll just go right up to here. So it looks kind of halfway decent. Can I get all the way to the top of this? Yes, I can. Okay, well, close enough. Close enough. We'll take that. Right there. And then hopefully this won't go through the terrain before it reaches the limit of its length here. No, that's actually going to be about perfect. That works. Where's my Mark 3? There we go. All the way through here. This is exactly why... Somebody left a comment on the poll, I can't remember who it was, about the Satisfactory stream that I put up today, asking if I'd rather do a video series on Satisfactory 1.0. And the answer to that is no, because it would end up being me playing the game for 10 hours and then spending another 10 hours editing it to put out a 45-minute video. And then I couldn't do anything else the entire week but that. Cart right down the conveyor belt. Does that work? I doubt severely that that would actually work. But I... Okay, this isn't actually going anywhere. At least we have the siren now. Yeah, I don't think that works. But I'm willing to try it again. Put this back in the hands. So I think it might have just been an issue of they couldn't place it because it was on the end of the conveyor. But if I do here... Okay, so that is squarely on the conveyor. It's not moving, which makes me think this is really not going to work, but... Oh! So, it does work, but it's very slow, and it doesn't seem to take the conveyor into account. But you can drive on it. Can I go the other way? Yes, but it's not fast. Why? Okay. No, I told you we'd ride this, so we're riding it, but I am kind of glad this doesn't work with relation to the belt's momentum, because that would be really, really hard to do the math on. That is pretty funny, though. The range on the build tool is amazing. I have not seen the video of the author of Death Note signing his name into a book that they handed to him. That's, I'm trying to think of the right word to describe it. Oh, now this thing's actually kind of going fast. Oh, and now it fell off. Okay. So that was... Hello? Hello? Why are you... Hello? Get back here. All right. We're okay. That thing's done. People who do stuff like that, like conventions, are real clever. We can slide on the conveyors. That is an option. And this is the end of the power line. So if I click that, ride that thing all the way to the top here. And that goes... We'll just take this to the top of the hill. Nice and easy. All right. Let's build a... yeah. Building. That's what it's called. I promise I'm not an alien. But this is not gonna... it's not really gonna be a nice thing here. So, let's do a 4 meter. Just put that there. I think we're gonna have to raise this to be the correct height. So let's do that. The vehicles in the game are funny. Oh, I was going to connect this to the... Okay. Yeah, I got distracted. Imagine that. That's never happened before. Can this reach here? No. Can it reach here? It can. No, it can't. Never mind. I was wrong. Another thing that's never happened before. Let's do that. So we should see within the next minute or two a bunch of quartz coming down this belt here. And then we can plug it into a quartz factory. But now is probably the time where we need to go and get some alclad aluminum sheets out of that thing. Just so we don't run out of space. The connection of the dino rib. It's fine. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, that's not a car. I don't know why I thought that was a car. I got a bunch of stuff just everywhere. I love that you can slide uphill at the same speed. Just complete nonsense that that's possible. Okay. Well, it's still going in, which means it's not full, but it's probably got to be close. Barely even more than halfway? Come on. But I bet you the what do you call it? Is, yep, already full. Well, I do have it super overclocked, so it's only 10 minutes until this fills up. But at least it's working. Where we're going, we don't need physics. See you, Kurt. Thanks for being here. Unless you're already gone, in which case you're not going to hear it, but that's the way it goes, I suppose. Alright. Pop this in here. Once again, halfway to our goal with the electromagnetic control rods. And now back we go over here. Make our little quartz factory. This really is an abominable little mess of buildings, isn't it? I see quartz crystals. So those are, in fact, now over here for us to mess with. It's too bad they couldn't flow directly into a building that was actually, you know, working, but it's the way it goes. No, I didn't want that. Get out of here. I just want this to be the correct height for this not to merge into the ground. Which I think might be... you know what? I can live with this. I can live with this. I think that's going to be fine. So... don't fall onto the belt. Perfect. Alright, so that's there. Let's get the rest of this thing built out. I don't really have a specific design in mind for this. I just wanted to have something that could process quartz. So I'm thinking... we're getting 240 in. I didn't even get materials to make these things. Okay, I can make 5 constructors. I don't think I need to do anything else with quartz besides stuff that can be done inside of constructors. So I think we're going to be okay with that. And I might as well expand this one more this way. Alright, come on. Line up nicely here. Please and thank you. Alright. So that's going to come in probably this corner here. Constructor. Hardly know her. Where is this going to be sending stuff? So that's going to be quartz crystal or silica. And that's, oh my god, seriously? 37.5? Are you kidding me? Gonna make me do math? Stop it. So if I have 2 of those, 37.5, that's gonna be a whole number, whatever the other part of it is. 75? Yeah, that actually would be 75. I think. So it's taking 75 raw quartz per minute. That would give us 45 quartz crystal per minute. I've got 240 coming in here. Maybe I needed a bigger place than I thought. But I also need to make silica, but I don't need to make that much silica. So maybe I could just have 1 for silica, but how much is the, how much silica, whatever, 20, oh god, seriously. What's up with these half things? 22.5 raw quartz per, the stupid idiots. They're not stupid, they're smart, and I love them, but I hate partial numbers and just math in general. In case you hadn't ever heard that one before. But we'll just have a bunch of these doing quartz crystal. That'll be 150, I think, from 4 of these. Regrettably, I do not have any more, well, I could make some, I guess, at the craft bench. Come on, let me click on this. How many more of these can I make? None. Why is that? Oh, it's because I don't have screws. Okay, well that's an easy problem to solve. I think I probably only need to make another math 4 machines. Well, this will make it so I can build another 4, and I already built 4. I will not use the asterisk button on my number pad to do math in the Satisfactory calculator, because that's going to turn on the other thing. What was this? That's going to change scenes in OBS, and I don't want that. That also needs to be set to the correct recipe. 37.5. So, basic math. I'm 32 years old, and I cannot do basic arithmetic. It's fine. 37.5 times 8 is 300. That's too many. Times 6 is 225, so we'd have 15 left. Okay. 180. I'm not doing these half things. So if we have 6 of these, that's going to leave us 15 raw quartz per minute. And the silica recipe takes 22.5, I think. I have to look at this again. So we got 15, and it takes 22.5. If I downclock it to 66.666%, then I'll get 20. We'll just say 25 silica per minute. Yeah. That will work. That will work. So I just need to build 7 machines. And I need to set this back to the correct recipe. Somehow. Don't have muscle memory for that. So I've got 3, 4. I can do one more of these here. It really doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm spending so much time thinking about this, but I don't know. It's just nice to have things that look correct. Even if the method by which you go about doing it makes you certifiably insane. So, this is actually more room than I think I need on the edge of this, but, you know, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Get this thing out of here. So this will be 5. So that can be just for quartz crystal. I did do 5, right? Okay. So 5 here, and then I'll just have this whole building just be one long, whatever you want to call it. Do I have enough of this? I sure hope so. Nice and easy. Simple, stupid building. Maybe a little bit too big on this side, but that gives us space to build something that looks interesting. All right, 2 more of these. Almost there. Is there any reason for us to really do this? The answer is no. But we did it anyway. Quartz crystal, and then silica on the end. And that should, after we downclock this to 22, not 22, 15. Hello? Thank you. Wait, what? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I put it into the wrong hole. 25 is what I wanted. Okay. All right. So now I've got to take 240 coming in and split it across all of this stuff. I have made 7 of these, which means it's going to come in right on the edge right here. But it's going to be slightly uneven because that one's going to take less. I think we just need to not worry about that. We'll just pop that in right here. Set those to be the correct orientation. Click, please, and thank you. And that one doesn't need to have anything that's going to be... No, don't click there. Oh, that's disastrous. I should have moved it one more over. That's fine. Alright, so all of the... Seriously, come on. All of the things going from the splitters into the machines needs to be marked 1s, and then stop it. There we go. Everything else is going to have to be calculated appropriately. Thank you. Okay. That gets rotated that way. Same difference here. No, 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 not there. There we go. Okay, so we got 240 coming in here, but it's not... Repeat, not going to be even going to either side, but if I did the calculations that way, I'm pretty sure I'd go insane, so we're just going to treat it like it is. And the overflow will take care of it. Do we need to do this? No, we did it anyway. Peak American Engineering. I guess it depends on what you're talking about, but yes, good to see you, Josh. If it's modern cars, no. If it's industrial machinery, yes. Do you need a power crystal to downclock machines? No. It'll let you do any range between 0 and 100% without one. It's only 9:30. I have 20 plus emails to answer. I have, on my quote-unquote professional email that I have attached to my YouTube stuff, I have 136 unread emails. But most of those are just the standard spam from people who just say, hey, you got a YouTube channel with 10,000 plus subscribers. We're going to send you game keys that you don't even need to worry about. That is not... No, I'm not reading that. We're still in the Industrial Revolution. I would imagine that has long since ended. We would now be in the Technology Revolution, if I had to name it. But, oh, I was making... what are these things called? Yes. Now I need screws. And I'm sure those emails are all in Japanese, which I'm assuming you can speak at a relatively fluent level if you're actually, you know, getting a degree and working over there. But, you know, anytime I get an email in Japanese, I got to go to Google Translate, and then I'm like, is this actually correct? The answer is probably no. But that's all I have to go off of. Yeah, we are reaching the theoretical limit of what computers can do in a given size of die without some sort of crazy advancement in processor technology. It's going to be interesting to see how that evolves. Because, I mean, the processor I have in my computer now, I know processor speed isn't everything, but the processor that I have in my computer now has basically the same per clock speed as the one I had in my computer 12 years ago, when you factor in the automatic overclocking, whatever. But the throughput at that speed has massively increased because, well, this is a 24 logical core processor, and the other one that I had was just 4 physical cores. But there's only so much you can fit on one die, and Intel took a bath on, what was it, 7 nanometer or whatever. They're just like, had an awful time doing them. The AMD ate their lunch. But now I guess Intel figured out, hey, we know how to make processors again. So, I don't know. I'm not a computer engineer. I just know that the amount of money that I've spent on computer parts has remained roughly the same with each computer that I have built. But the performance has continued to get increasingly better up until now. And I priced out another computer to replace this one. And I just don't think it's worth it. Because I would get marginal... I get like marginal increases in like video performance. But I don't need to replace this. It still works. And it can play everything I need it to play. It can edit videos as fast as I need it to edit videos, unless I have to have 1,200 names scrolling in a wall of text, and in which case any computer is going to chug on that because of the way the program is written. There's no incentive for me to spend another like $2,000 on a computer when this one works perfectly fine, and I paid for it 4 years ago. Throughput to the exclusion of everything else is pretty much the Macintosh. I wish I understood what that meant. Or are you talking about like modern Apple OS, or are you talking about in the, like the 80s and 90s with the Macintosh? I guess Macintosh would have been 90s. What was I doing? Okay, I was doing a conveyor wall right here, and then I have to get these conveyors balanced. This is actually like a really like calming therapeutic part of the game, is trying to like balance like inputs on stuff. It's just doing the math to get there is what is just like, it makes my brain explode. So if I force 120 to go that way, well, it wouldn't even be 120 because it's taking, oh my god, see this math again. It's taking 37.5 away, so I really don't need it to be 120, so it's just going to be kind of not anything we need to worry about. But if these are 37.5, it's still going to be, yeah, it's still going to be more than 60. So I guess that just did the math for me. I don't need to worry about it. It's just not going to be super perfectly balanced like all things should be. Just going to be like that. Okay. So, Mark III belt into the wall. And that is going to fill up the buffers on these machines pretty quick. See, look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Perfect. Except not really. We need to get these machines hooked up to power, and then we have to channel whatever's coming out of here. So I think what we're going to want to do, just go ahead and get the building actually finished first, and then get everything else going from there, I think is going to be the best course of action for us here. Other day, my husband found my scratch work for Satisfactory. We were cleaning the office. See, I should do that, but I don't. I really, you know what? My laptop will do the write-on, like, tablet stuff. I should do that. It would, like, actually be a substantial benefit for me to have, like, scratch paper or something to write on while I'm trying to do this. Modern Mac. Okay, 76 core. Oh my god. It also costs like $30,000 if you can figure it that way. But that's a lot of cores. Like, I think AMD at one point had I don't know what chipset family that would be, but they had like the EPYC processors with like 64 cores or whatever. I drew on the back of old envelopes. Oh god. 192 gigs of unified RAM, so that would be okay, but no, have the Mac Pros gone to the M series chips yet, or are they still using Intel? I would imagine they probably would have gone on to the M series now, the new ones. Because that's a different architecture. That's more of a M4. Okay, is that like are those ARM-based or ARM-adjacent chips? Because I know it's not the same architecture as like x86 or 64 or whatever it is now. It's something different, but I have been, well, I know you personally have been investing in that ecosystem. We're talking about it, but I am woefully unknowledgeable about most things Apple has done since the iPod Video came out in like 2006 or 2005. Okay. Yeah, see, ARM is just so fundamentally different from how we're used to, like, over the x86 world of thinking about processor speed and throughput, just because it's a completely different technology. Wait, hold on. I can just walk across these? Oh, never mind. It was working for a hot minute there. But what I was going to do here was I was going to, because I don't need to actually have this be any taller than this is now, I was just going to go ahead and close this. So I can do my wiring. There we go. Yeah, I think that's going to work. I can put a catwalk up here. So we can not use it. But I think I can do, if I put a crossing in the corner. Oh, hold on. I'm going to have to do visual math here. I really should have built the hover pack, but I didn't. All right, I can stand on this. Let's do a, so we don't have railings in the wall. A bunch of T crossings all the way down. It's only going to let me do 10 at a time, huh? Then that's going to need to have a staircase somewhere, but we can worry about that later. I just want to be able to stand on something. And into the corner you go. Oh, sweet. I actually guessed right. And there we go. Cool, cool, cool. So now I need to connect these things up and then do a manifold for output and figure out exactly how we're going to make this thing work here. Probably for aesthetic purposes. Can I? Oh, I can't attach these to the catwalks? Oh, that sucks. I can go underneath, though. I can go in the wall. Is it going to let me do that? Oh, no, that looks stupid. That looks really bad. Because I don't want to go over the top, but if I go underneath, it's also going to look dumb. Apple Silicon utilized the ARM architecture under license, which they've modified to get the specific performance characteristics that Apple wants. Well, good for them. I wish I could buy Apple hardware without macOS. 'Cause I detest that operating system. I cannot even begin to explain to you. But I've always thought like the actual hardware was really, really good. In terms of like the keyboards and the especially the screens and the touchpads. I just cannot, for the life of me... Oh, I put that in the wrong spot. I just hate the file system. I can't explain it. That's going to have to be... Yeah, that can be a Mark 1. So I guess what I really need to do is just shut up and build this stupid thing. I guess this spot might have actually been fine. Unless I want to go down... Yeah, okay, you know what? That's actually going to look better that way. Don't connect to the other machine. There we go. So that's going to go there, and then that is going to connect in the middle to a... I think I can get away with a double Mark 1. Yeah, because that's going to connect to... I hope I did this right. It's going to connect to this. Put it here? How did I, was that 2.5 away? Okay. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. I just end up getting too invested in this. Okay, so that's gonna go... Wait, hold on. Okay, you know what? We'll just let it happen. It's fine. Got one more of these going into this. Then that last one can go into this. And then this can go into that. And now everything's connected to the outside, which has to be connected to the other thing. Alright. I'm utilizing all of my brain power to make this happen here. And there you go. All those machines are connected to power, and it doesn't look completely stupid. It just looks a little stupid. Now we have to fold all of the outputs into one thing, and I need to decide if the raw quartz is going to go to this side or that side. I think it's probably going to need to go to this side. Yeah, it's kind of funny, Mac versus Windows. The first computers I used in, like, say, elementary school were actually Macs. Like, that's what we had. We had, I guess this... Well, most of you are older than me anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. But my computer lab at my elementary school had one half of it that were Apple IIes, and the other half were Power Macs, whatever the generation before... It might have been the generation before the one that had the translucent colored plastic cases. Anyway, it was running like OS 5 or 6 or something. So it was still like, you know, color display, and you could run like KidPix and all that stuff on it, but it was still decidedly old. But after that, I never used them again until I was in, I don't know, high school, and it's like, oh, this is terrible. Like, it was completely opposite to what I was used to. Oh, but I played a whole lot of Oregon Trail on 5 1/4 floppies with the MECC splash screen on them. Minnesota Educational something or other, whatever that software consortium was. But what we're gonna do is, you know what? That might not fit here. I need to take a look at what the output rate is. Oh god, 22.5 times 6 is going to be math. Well, it's, I'll have to do Mark 2s probably for the last little bit. Nope, wrong one. Yes, I have to do basic math with the calculator. Sue me. 135. Okay, so the last two need to be Mark II belts. Can I fit a conveyor merger? Okay, yeah, that does have to be a merger. Oh my god, are you serious? That's going to work? Oh, there's no reason for that to actually work. Oh, but it's going to look so ugly, though. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're going to make it so this doesn't look completely stupid, but it will end up looking a little stupid. I will just pop that to be there. And then we'll just run this all the way down the line. And that doesn't need to go anywhere but where we're going. Straight in. Straight in. So this right here is going to be 45, I think. So coming out of it's going to have to be... oh my god, alright. Did I delete my... Yes, I did. Okay. I love weird math, said no one ever. Alright, here we go again, making reinforced iron plates. I need to have probably another 15 of these. Then that, of course, is going to have to go into a storage container so I can access it, and then probably by now we've already stacked up another 100 of these fuel rod things, control rod things, and hopefully the nuclear power plant's not going to turn off. Because we're not sending those over there. But we'll go take care of that in a little bit. Man, I could not imagine taking a math class in a foreign language. I would probably shoot myself. Well, I'd fail out first. So you have an incomprehensible amount of respect for me in that regard. Which is my brain just shuts down even thinking about taking math in English. But let's get back to our own basic arithmetic that makes my brain explode. So this coming out of here is 45. This coming out of here is more than 45. This coming out of here is probably still not enough to need a more than a Mark II. 45, this would be 90 coming out of here. Okay. And then coming out of here, out of 90 would be math. Oh, is this going to have to be a Mark III? Yeah, okay, I suck at math. It's 6 of these, not 5. Okay. Crap, I can't remember. 22 and a half. How in the world am I allowed to do this? 135. Okay, that's exactly what I thought the first time. That's going to have to be a Mark III going into this little storage container, which I probably actually should make an industrial one, but I'm just going to do this. Okay. So now we can just have this be our whole deal here. Move this out. This isn't actually connected to anything. But that's going to be our silica. And that can just be a regular Mark I. In the hole you go. And this probably already has a whole lot. Okay, it's getting up there. That works. Now we finally have automated quartz crystals and silica. Hooray. And a huge, ridiculous, oversized building to house that. We could actually decouple if we really felt like it. I could actually take a pretty decent portion of this off, but I think we'll leave it like that. But I will take, I'll take what we have of this, and then we'll go back over here, because I've got to get those control rods out. So we can make the last 100, and I need to have that reconnected to the nuclear power plant. It's basically all Greek. Yeah, but it's Greek being referenced and discussed in Japanese. Which I guess in theory would be pronounced the same, but I don't know. How late are we going? I don't know. It's almost 9 o'clock. But I have tomorrow's video already done. I still probably shouldn't go too late, though, because people do like sleeping. Okay, all I know of that is the sigma. Sigma, I see pi. Is that a psi? I don't know what the other ones are. Hey, Jacob, 5 gift memberships. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Who's got them? Crow's Nest Hobbies, Patrick Bateman. No, that's a familiar name. Peanut, BJ Stan 12, Nicholas, and... Oh, no, that's 5. I can't do math. Welcome back, and welcome to the Beard Boosters, those of you who are brand new. No, I know pi. I told you pi. Doing my due diligence. I appreciate it. We are currently in the midst of extreme math, and by extreme math I mean very basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, which is the bane of my existence anyway. So, what we had... Oh, I need to check that. What we started out doing... I'm assuming you just joined. But what we started out doing was we made automated alkylate aluminum sheets, which is actually almost full. The reason why I did that was so that we could make a whole bunch of heat sinks, because we have to make these cooling unit things. I have to make 1,600 cooling systems, which means I have to have... No, it was more than 1,600, because it was a bunch of heat sinks. And then I needed other heat... Wait, no, it wasn't. I don't remember anymore. I did all this at the beginning of the stream, and I might have gotten it wrong, but point being, we needed to have a lot of cooling systems. No, it was 1,600, because I needed 800 cooling systems, 1,600 heat sinks, but to make 1,600 heat sinks, I had to make 7,200 alkylate aluminum sheets, which is where this came. It's not pi, it's the product symbol. Oh my god. I didn't even know that was a thing. This is why I can't do this stuff, man. Okay. But yeah, 7,200 heat sinks, which... No, not 7,200 heat sinks. 1,600 heat sinks, 7,200 alkylate aluminum sheets. That's where all this madness started. There we go. Looking past my beverage here to try to find all that stuff. The problem has always been trying to make all this in-game stuff without a whole bunch of automated factories. And then when we got to the cooling systems... It was not the cooling systems. Turbo motors. I got to make 100 of those. But to do that, I have to have 200 radio control units, which have to have crystal oscillators. So I need to make 100 crystal oscillators. And to make the crystal oscillators, you have to have all this garbage. Which, oh, you know what? Wait, was it 100 crystal oscillators? Okay, so it's only... Oh, it's only 50 reinforced iron plates. I can grab those real quick. Quartz crystals. I'm just going to make these by hand. I'm not setting up a machine for this. That's just a huge pain. I'm not making 7,200 turbo motors. Please do not wish that evil upon me. I could also do the alternate recipe, but that's probably more trouble than it's worth, because we have to get the AI limiters involved. But anyway, all that to say, we've certainly got our work cut out for us. And I need to get these, whatever these things are called. Reinforced iron plates. There we go. I got 91 of those. I'm just going to go ahead and get my stack of 100 and be done with it. Alrighty then. Cables I have plenty of, but I'm still going to go... Look how fast that's going. Still going to go get a bunch more of those because I have the space, and that would be easy. How many? 36. Okay. We only need 100 more of those. And I have now, come on, 600 cables. And outside of that, I just needed the that stuff. Oh, my brain is turned into mush already. And also this isn't supported by anything. That's probably what they were talking about pillars with at the beginning of the stream that I completely ignored. Well, I didn't reference it out loud. I did read it. Roller Coaster Tycoon had me dip into Coaster Sim. Oh, God. Planet Coaster is chaos. I haven't played it, but I watched the Let's Game It Out videos. Absolutely hilarious. I'm glad you're enjoying those, though. Roller Coaster Tycoon is a whole lot of fun. I really, really love the game. So much. Let's... Yeah, we'll just have this go for a little bit. Spaghetti. Yeah. Again, I'm begging you, when we go to 1.0, don't let me make stupid, pointless spaghetti. Well, we're going to kind of have to in the beginning because we won't have foundations yet, but I need you to help me stay organized when we start doing that stuff. Can't afford a recipe. Oh, because I don't have enough of the quartz crystal. Well, I do have extra quartz here I can do something with, so. I got some spaghetti in the fridge I probably should eat. Spaghetti. Can't eat this kind of spaghetti, though. Certainly cannot do that. But yeah, we need to research all the particle enrichment. I don't know that we can do all of it today. It would be nice if we could. But I want to at least do all the particle enrichment. I want to complete the tech tree and the MAM, and then I want to try and make nuclear pasta. The rest of the stuff I don't really care about. The nuclear pasta is cool, though, because you could use the particle accelerator. Rooting for the spaghettification. I'm sure you will get your wish. Because it is almost impossible for me to stay organized. It's like a fundamental character trait that my brain just does not tolerate it. Which is not really a good thing, but my entire life have never been organized more than like 2 days. Like, I guess, peel back the curtain a little bit. I had, in my bedroom where I currently have my, quote-unquote office set up, I had previously, I was doing some video work for a company, and I had to do face cam stuff. So I had my entire backdrop was a wall. I have I got guitars mounted on the wall, and I have a trombone on a wall stand. That's part of the background. And I had my dressers there. I have a IKEA dresser and like a wooden one I've had forever. But I covered those with a blanket just to create like a neutral gray black drop or whatever. Neutral gray backdrop, not a black drop. Words are hard. Almost as hard as math. But point being, that was in early 2022. And after that point, I just forgot I had dressers under there. And I would just, like, you know, everybody has the chair where when you do laundry, the clean clothes go on the chair. Or they go on your bed and then they move to the chair when you go to bed so you can actually get in the bed. And then when you do laundry, they go... Anyway, it's a cycle of none of this was put away to where it was supposed to be going. And then I forgot that I had a place for it to go that was empty, but was hidden under a blanket. So anyway, the other day I was like, you know, this is stupid. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna clean this up. So then I opened all that. I opened all that stuff, took the blanket off, and like, wow, there's nothing in this drawer. I've just been having these piles of clothes in here for like 2 years. I know, shameful, whatever. But now that has been organized, I'm sure within a week I will have already forgotten that that's a thing and then wonder why I have so many socks laying around everywhere. Where did the dresser go and why did I find it? Pretty much exactly what my brain was trying to do to me. But that's just how my brain operates. Is I'll just forget that I've already done the work to try to organize something and then wonder why I can't find it when it's actually in the place where it's supposed to be. I know it sounds insane. Trust me, it is. But it's just one of those things where, you know, you get in this pattern of thinking to where it's automatic. And you're like, oh, okay, well, I don't need to worry about this because X, Y, Z, when in fact you really do need to worry about it. But you've trained yourself to think that it's not a problem, so it just goes away. It doesn't exist. Like, I'm not even really that busy. I just have a lot going on. Like, you know what I'm getting at? It's like, compared to, like, you know, someone who's, like, trying to raise kids and working a job or 2 jobs and also doing all this other stuff, I really don't have that much, like, of a demand on myself, but life finds a way of becoming very complicated even without a reason for it to be complicated. You know, all these other external things going on and you get stressed out about stuff. It's like, I'm just going to choose to ignore that I have to do laundry for a really long time. I get blinders on and just forget things exist. Me too. Oh my god, that is the most true statement of all time. What did okay, I came over here to get quartz crystal. I guess I need to take, actually probably just about everything that I've got. Because I need to have, oh god, was it 50 crystal oscillators? I already forgot. I forget all this stuff. I need to make, alright, well, let's work backwards from the turbo motors. I need to have 200 radio control units. To make 200 radio control units, I have to have 100 crystal oscillators. Okay, that's what I need. I need to make 75 more crystal oscillators. Each crystal oscillator needs 36. So I need to have like 220-ish. Wait, no, that's not how that works. I hate math. Anyway, let's go back over here. We almost certainly need to go grab the control rods from that one thing and then send them back to the nuclear plant. One thing I was always good about, though, is, well, when I had my own car, I would not let a whole bunch of garbage just pile up in there in terms of, like, clutter. Like, there'd be, like, trash and stuff, but I'd always throw it out. I don't know why. It's just so completely different with the car versus, like, my bedroom or my office or anything. But I could not tolerate just a bunch of random garbage flying all over the place in the car. But if it was like on my desk, man, I got papers on my desk from when I was in high school. You know how long ago that was? No, this desk has not moved. This desk has been in this corner for, oh my God, 17, 18 years at least. Probably a little more than that. So I just, sheesh. I mean, I have a CD rack in a part of the desk that has Microsoft Flight Simulator 95 in it. And that was a disk I used on Windows 95. Granted, that was in the late 90s. I can register my desk with classic plates. Okay, story time. I work with my parents part of the week, in addition to doing YouTube. And I was going with my dad to drop off a package at UPS. And we're in the car, and in front of us pulls I think it was like a 1994 Honda Accord with antique car plates on it. A 94 Accord with antique plates, and he just goes nuts. Well, not like actually nuts, but he's just like, that. There's no way that can be an antique car. It's not old enough to be an antique car. But I guess in whatever state it was registered in, it was, why did I come over? Okay. Whatever state that was registered in, apparently it qualified for antique plates, and I guess in my state you have to take these. I don't have inventory space for these. Okay, never mind. But it has to be, I think to get classic car plates in my state, it has to be 20 years old, and then antique has to be over 50? Anyway, I just thought it was hilarious / depressing that a 1994 Honda Accord had antique car plates on it. Completely irrelevant to everything else we've discussed, but yeah, it's a constant struggle trying to be organized. I've never been good at it. Because I know you know because you're a teacher, but specifically addressing Marina's most recent post here, but the whole agenda thing. Like when I was in elementary school, middle school, high school, like they give you the little planner and they call it the agenda, and you have all your different 5 days of the week. Where am I going? Oh, I was making, I already forgot, crystal oscillators, which needs to be over here. But they'd always be like, write down your homework and your agenda, write down you got club meetings in your agenda. Like, I never did any of that. It's like, why would I spend time writing it down? And then, of course, I'd forget stuff because I didn't write it down, and then I got mad that I forgot stuff, but then I was like, well, okay, well, I don't need to write this down. It's pointless. I'm never going to look at it. What you're saying is your desk can't be moved and your desk is antique. No, it is made of particle board, and I bought it at Staples. It could definitely be moved. And it's definitely not antique. I just, at this point, there's so much stuff on it that some of the stuff is load-bearing. I say load-bearing in the sense of emotionally load-bearing and not literally structurally load-bearing. I just don't know what most of this stuff is, so I'm afraid to throw it out like if it's super important. Like I've got, oh crap, that thing is old. I've got an external hard drive. I think I got in like 2005. I don't even know where the power supply is for it. I don't even know what's on that thing. But I'm very interested now to see what it is. Ever look in the PoE and through it? Yeah, I'm not doing that. There's no circumstance in which I'm doing that. So the Wi-Fi issue was actually heat-related, we determined. Because it was too hot in the room, because it's too hot outside, and it's too hot in the house, and it's too hot in the attic, so the air conditioner can't keep up. But now it's fall, almost, so that's hopefully not going to be a problem anymore. But yeah, the Wi-Fi chip on my motherboard was overheating. I need to be making these things. Wi-Fi chip on my motherboard was overheating, and that was what was causing the connection issues, not the internet quality. So of course, the fix for that is to keep the computer cooler. The only way to keep the computer cooler is to have a cooler ambient temperature for it to cool too. Which, this stream is actually the first one in months where I've actually been able to keep the door closed to the room. And it's still reasonably comfortable in here. Oh, I've got binders and binders and binders of notes that have incomprehensible shorthand in them. It was like, you know, you think you're smart, right? When you're taking notes and you can't write very fast, but you can abbreviate stuff. And you're like, oh, I'm going to remember what this is. And I look at it like, I don't know what this is. And I couldn't even tell you, like, what the notes are being taken on, like, what day it was, what class it was. I just have piles and piles and piles of paper. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm looking at, I got a bookshelf on the other side of the room here. And it's just stacked with 3-ring binders, like 2 or 3 inch 3-ring binders filled with notebook paper. I could not tell you anything that is on those. It is just absolutely bonkers trying to think about, like, what even could be in those. But I don't want to get rid of any of it, because what if it's something important? Well, obviously it's not, because I haven't looked at them since I graduated high school 14 years ago. But what if, I've got binders and binders of German notes. What are German notes going to teach me about speaking or listening to German? When I can just look that stuff up off the internet, but like, well, what if I need it? You don't need it. But what if you need it? You don't need it. Well, why throw it away? Oh, and then you get into this whole spiral of, don't throw it away, it's important, or whatever. But it really doesn't matter. We just hold on to garbage. No, I'm not a hoarder, because my house is not filthy. It's cluttered. Hoarders hoard filth. Disorganized people hoard clutter. 25 years in Texas for antique and classic plates. Antique are limited use. Classic plates are interesting. You know what? I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up because I did it. I was laughing so hard. I got in trouble because I was laughing so hard at this. But I wonder if my dad's watching this. Probably isn't. If you are, send me a text message. Let's see. Classic plate. Not 8. Plate. Oh, there's so many custom plates I could pay way more money than I need to register my car. Okay, hobby antique plate. Manufacturing fee, $25. Annual registration fee, $20. Annual special tag fee, $30. Why is there so much extra fee for just a... Okay. Tag may be issued to a motor vehicle weighing less than 14,000 pounds that is more than 25 years old, or to a vehicle that has been designed and manufactured to resemble an antique or historical vehicle. This tag may be transferred to another antique, hobby, or special interest vehicle. Oh, okay, that's where that money goes. But it's only, okay, so it's only 25 years, but that, okay, so the antique, hobby antique vehicle in the state of Georgia does not have a limit on mileage traversed. Interesting. Okay, well now, specialty plates. Now I want to look and see if they've got a classic one. Specialty plates. Individual plate designs. No, I don't want to... Oh my god, there's so many of these. No, okay. Well, you left the S out of that thing. But yes, I have... I've seen that one. There's so many funny special plates. Why am I looking at this? I need to actually shut up and play the game. I know. Let's make radio control units. Okay, wow, there's a lot of these. Okay, this is funny. In the state of Georgia, you can get a vanity plate for out-of-state universities, which I don't understand how that works because okay, so say any given university in the state of Georgia, you can get a plate with that university's whatever on it, and part of your tag fee goes to support that university. A lot of people do that. But why is there an option? Like, okay, well, what's the first one I can come up with? Is there okay, here's an Auburn and here's an Alabama one. Like, what is that going to? Literally none of you asked, but we're going to find out together. It just goes to the general treasury. It doesn't even go to... Okay. So I guess it's just people who really want to brag they went to Auburn University. They can pay the state of Georgia another $59 for the privilege. Whereas if you go to... Let's see. Let's... Okay, University of... First one that came up. University of Georgia. New design. Where does that go? Okay, yeah, so they actually get... They get $10. And the general treasury gets $49. So why... Okay, anyway, completely irrelevant. Never understood vanity plates. I know people just like to have stuff on there, I guess. I don't know. Like, bumper stickers, you get into dangerous territory. Oh, see, Alex, thanks for being here. You get into dangerous territory with bumper stickers depending on what they are. Like, I don't want to make my car a target for people who might have opposing viewpoints. Because people get really aggressive on the road. It's like, why you got to be like that? Just like, you know, don't, maybe don't attack people in public for no reason. Or for stupid reasons. But I don't, there's just like some stuff I don't think belongs on a car. Like, it's a car. You're driving somewhere. It doesn't need to be like a political manifesto. But it is kind of funny. We see those people who have... Oh, I think there's a term for it. I've heard it called like a vanifesto, where you have like a white van with those peel and stick garage sale sign letters you can buy at Home Depot in the giant sheets, and they'll just put like the most insane conspiracy theory you've ever heard of on there, and it's all over the car. It makes it really interesting to read at red lights. I don't know. I think a lot of people tend to view vehicles as like an extension of their personality, so they'll do modifications or different things on there. It's like, hey, that's cool. Do what you want. But I don't think I'm going to be putting any of that stuff on my car. Okay, yeah, the horns on the like the old Cadillacs and stuff. That's classics. That's classic stuff right there. How many of these casings am I going to pick up for this? Because I probably should just, you know, grab these out of the blenders. Oh, yeah, look at that. There we go. We'll make that work, because these are turned off. I have... Oh, I don't have any water going to these. I just have the nitric acid, nitrogen, whatever the stupid thing is. Nitrogen gas. That's what it's called. Oh, and these are overclocked too? Wow. Man, I really hate doing things the correct way, don't I? There is a guy, I mean, we don't need to get into specific, like, ideological debates here, but there's a guy in the town in which I live who has, I think it's like a Chevy Trailblazer, like a mid-sized SUV, but it is completely covered with stuff. Like these conspiracy theory sign things, and he just parks it on the side of the road next to the highway. And he's got all these, like, little, like, yard signs next to it. And it's like, I would really be interested in just talking to this guy for an hour. Just about all of this stuff, like, getting an idea of, like, how this guy's brain works. It's fascinating. Also think, because I'm a semi-public figure in a small town, don't want to... Yeah, absolutely not. Well, you know, I don't have to tell you, but for everyone else's edification, teachers basically don't have rights in terms of, like, social life or belief systems. I don't know why. I don't know why people get super, like, in their feelings about it, but if you are a teacher, a public school teacher, or you're some sort of public servant or whatever, like, people are going to absolutely just run you through the ringer if there's anything about you that they dislike. So it's almost always best to just not say anything. Or just be pleasantly agreeable and not take sides on stuff. Which is a shame, because there's a lot of important issues that people need to, you know, like, actually be advocates for. But some people get really, really, really mean about stuff. Have only a motorcycle. Yeah, but you put stuff on your motorcycle. I've seen it. We don't need to get into any of that. I don't know. I feel like I would really... I know, you and I have talked about this, but I feel like it would be really fun to just have, like, a small, simple motorcycle. I'm just not in a good place to have one. Too far away from everything. The roads are too fast. I'd get like absolutely run over on something like a... I don't even think you can buy a Super Cub here. But like whatever the American equivalent is. I don't think it's even fast enough to be legal on the road. At least where I am at. What was I... Oh, crap. We didn't reconnect the control rods. That's what they're called. Yeah, so let's find wherever that is that needs to get put back together. Because I think we're going to run into a point in time pretty quickly here where the nuclear power plant is going to run out of nuclear stuff. But now that that is fully active again, I think we might be okay. This is making supercomputers. I will need those to do... Oh, I can't click on that. Do I need those to make turbo motors? No, thankfully. Thermal propulsion rockets. Oh, God. Holy... We're not doing this. Thermal propulsion rockets need 2 turbo motors. 6 of these cooling... Oh, God. Okay. Where's my nuclear pasta? Oh, I can't make it yet. That's right. That's what we're researching. Oh, God. These modular engines are such a pain. What else? What else? Magnetic field generator. Okay, this one's easier to make. We already have batteries. We will have electromagnetic control rods. The versatile framework is the thing that's annoying to make. But we could make a couple of those if we wanted to. That would be pretty easy. Assembly director system. Oh, there it is. Supercomputers and adaptive control units. Okay. So we're going to choose to ignore that now and go do something completely different. And I already forgot what I was doing. Oh, I've been trying to make radio control units. And I didn't because I ran out of aluminum casings. And I ran out of aluminum casings because I made too many radio control units. Now I've got to go grab another half a stack of these things. Yeah, we'll just grab off of this thing and pretend like we know what we're doing. Oh my God, it's 9:21. Okay, well, I can't go too much longer because people want to sleep. But I really, really, really want to try to get at least something else checked off on that milestone. I think it's going to end up having to be the cooling system. But that is going to become an issue. Never slept in your life. That is unfortunate. Alright, how many of these do I actually need? Because I feel like I shouldn't have too many. I have to have 100 radio control units. And I currently have lag. I currently have... where is it? 32. Pretty sure I'm going to need probably 600 or 700 of these. So I'm not going to sit here and click all that. Can I just turn these on for the sake of not making fused modular frames, but just filling up the buffer? So if I... Oh, yeah, there we go. 1% speed. That'll do it. That'll do it. 1% speed. But turned on. Because then I can use these as little stacks to pick up for no other reason. All right. Brute forcing through manual construction, just as God intended. Okay, I can make another 21 of these before I have to go get another stack of computers. Oh, we were looking at vanity plates. I was going to look and see if there was... No, see, this always happens. I was going to see if there was a classic car one in addition to the antique one. Certified firefighter. What? Certified? What's the difference between a certified firefighter and a non-certified firefighter? Does that go toward, like, support things? Oh, okay, no, that's just to identify you as a firefighter. Okay. Interesting. Does that give you some sort of, like, special privilege to, you know, like, not get pulled over by the cops, or what? Oh, okay, so you have to... why am I even looking this up? You have to submit a letter from your chief to... Oh, so this is actual actual firefighters to distinguish a vehicle that they were using. That's cool. Let's see. I don't see a classic car plate. I guess it's just an antique hobby vehicle would be the only one. There's so many of these in here, it's really hard to find. All right, let's see. What's the most random one that shows up on this list? Low speed vehicle. What's the category for that? Is that, you put that on like a tractor or something? Low speed vehicles should only be operated on highways where the posted speed limit signs do not exceed 35 miles per hour. Okay. Multi-purpose off-highway vehicle. What is that, like a utility vehicle or something? Okay, that's not really telling me much of anything else. What in the world is... Okay. Race Car Hall of Fame. There you go. Oh, that's not for race cars. That's supporting an organization. Never mind. I was about to say, why would you put a plate on a race car? That's for a track. Why am I just sitting here looking at this? There are 4 different designs for wildlife. Doesn't look like classic. Yeah, okay, only antique hobbies. Oh, neat. You can buy plates to support the zoo. That's cool. I like the zoo. Especially after they, actually started treating animals nicely. All right, so I have 58. I need 100. I need to make 42 more. Which means I need to go get some more computers and, unsurprisingly, more aluminum casing. So let's go get computers first, because I know that's a whole deal. And then we need to start making the heat sinks. That was going to be the big thing to make, was the heat sinks. I just ran out of fuel juice here. That was why we're making all these alkyd aluminum sheets. Oh, this is full. Okay. I've got a lot of these. I don't have copper sheets in storage, but I do have somewhere. These are going... Aha! That works. I've still got all these portable miners. Why do I have so many portable miners? I thought I only had the portable miners so I could do... Yeah, what? How do I still have these? Because I made 2 Mark II miners for the purpose... Oh, these are the ones I picked up off the ground. I'm stupid. Can I put these through the awesome sink? Let's find out. I actually don't know. I don't see it getting stuck in there. Okay. Yeah, it took them. I think. Unless that's stuff coming down this pipe. Oh, this is a global tally. Okay. Yeah, because I got like 10 of these. 14,000 points a minute. Wow. Oh, the Chrysler turbine car. That was a cool thing. It's like, I know why they don't do stuff like that anymore. It's because it costs money and companies are allergic to doing things that are fun. But the, man, all the research on like alternative propulsion and alternative power plants and stuff in vehicles in the middle of the 20th century was absolutely fascinating. Like gas turbine stuff especially. Like I think GM had... Did they have like a gas turbine powered semi-truck they were trying to develop? Or something like that? I don't know. I really like the idea of all that kind of stuff, but it seems like these companies just either can't or won't spend the money on it anymore. I need to actually get something accomplished here. I need stacks of this stuff. I need to make a lot of heat sinks. So let's just park this thing somewhere. There it is. Make 320 of those. Yes, indeed, you did find me streaming. Probably not for too much longer, but I managed to distract myself very heavily for the past 2.5 hours. But we're working on stuff for the particle enrichment milestone. And I really should make a machine to do this, but I've not done that. Instead, I am just manually making a whole bunch of parts for the end game, which is completely insane. You know what I haven't heard anything about in a while is Prison Architect 2. I know they had said they're not going to have any news for a little while when they last announced it was delayed. But I would really like to know if and when it's actually coming out so I can try to plan stuff. Because it seemed like that was going to be interesting, but I guess stuff just went completely haywire for them. Manually doing this forbidden? I mean, there's going to be a lot of stuff I have to manually make the first couple times. I would probably like to stray away from doing this manually. But, I'll let you guys figure that out. Like, if we have nothing to do except make stuff, then yeah, I'm just going to have this turned on and we can just talk about whatever while it's going, but probably should make a bit more of an effort to actually, you know, get factories built in the factory game. Not heard of Adam's Odyssey before. So yeah, we have to make 1,600 of these. And if we're doing this by hand, we're not doing this by hand. But if we were doing all of it by hand, it would probably take us, like, hours. No recent news for Prison Architect 2. That's too bad. But if it was in a bad enough state where they had to delay it multiple times, that's probably a good thing we haven't heard anything yet. I know they offloaded it off of 011. Or whatever their name, whatever the name of the studio was, and they have it on somebody else now, which is baffling to me how you can just change the studio on a game halfway through production, but I don't know. I'm not a game developer. I play games on the internet. I really don't have any clue how most of this stuff works. Alright, I'm sick of doing this. Let's... man, I guess I'll just build a... okay, we're over here. I'll just build an extension on this. Who cares? Whoa, hello. And then we can just make a couple of these doohickeys here. Now, that is going to be unfortunate looking. I also don't want the train to run into it. But, let's see, that goes there, that goes there. Can I put an assembler? Oh my god, I need those. Okay. Alright. Man, see, that's another thing that kind of really screwed me in this playthrough, is I did not make enough basic component automation. So, like, I've never had dedicated reinforced iron plate production. It's always been, it's like part of something else. So I can't just go and grab a bunch of stuff from the place where I'm making these, because it's never been a thing that I just had. I was always using these as materials to make something else. Extend the hypertubes. I didn't even make any hypertubes. But yes, 1.0, I would really like to take full advantage of hypertubes for constructing things. Or getting around different areas here. So, is that going to be in the way of the train? I don't think so. Alright, that's going to go away. We're going to put in a splitter. There we go. This is probably fine as a Mark 1. Yeah, okay. Well, actually, I should have checked and seen what the rate of usage for this is. 22.5 copper sheets per... Hi. Ugh, don't give me these half items per minute things. 7.5 heat sinks per minute. That's probably only marginally faster than doing it manually. So I think we're going to want to boost this. At least another 50% so we get 10. How many of these are we actually making? Oh, we can make 90 per minute. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. How much does this take? 37 point... Okay, it won't be 60. Actually, it might be. Might be more than 60. Let's, wait a minute. If I have 3 of these, they're making 30 per minute. Why in the world was I using a Mark 1 belt? That's stupid, is what that is. Yeah, if I'm making 90 of those, I need to be able to absolutely do more than that. So that really needs to be, yep, all the way in. And then, oh, this is going to be fun. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna not do any more spaghetti. Here I am with my spaghetti. This is going where? Ooh. If I would have turned this around the other way, I would have been in business, folks. All right, so here's what we're going to do. After I stop falling, let's do a splitter. Oh, no way. Is this actually going to let me get away with this? This is so stupid. What is this? A Mark 1? No, it's a Mark 3. How much am I making, first of all? 25. Okay, 25 per minute. That's going to be a production challenge later on. All right, Mark 1 conveyor. All the way around. Oh, this is so ugly. All the way around, like this. Mark 1 belt. Into here. You know what? Actually, it's not perfect 90 degree, but hey, I will take that any day of the week. Okay, this power line has to get connected somewhere to our unholy spaghetti abomination. That can be upgraded to a Mark II. Yes. No, that doesn't go there. Come on. Alright, that's going to go here. Now that is assembling heat sinks. And it has nowhere to put them. So I'm going to have to make a... Oh, there's no reason for me to do this. There's no reason for me to be like this. But we're going to do it anyway. Okay, that's going to be the input there. That's going to be the output here. See you, Aaron. Thanks for being here. It is absolutely an abomination. You are correct. Oh, no. Oh, this is... Wowee. This is bad. This is real bad. This is this is really bad stuff. This is terrible is what this is. Oh no. Well, I'm making my heat sinks. That's what we wanted to do. Okay, cooling system. I just need to get water into those blenders. And I can have them make that. But I do need to have more fused modular frames for the nuclear pasta. But I don't have to worry about that until I've already made these things, so I guess it doesn't matter. That was useless. Welcome back to awful spaghetti, is what this is. We've managed to kind of automate the heat sinks, and we made more spaghetti. But this one's on a little platform, so I guess it's fine. It's so awful. All right. Oh, geez, this is so terrible. Oh, I damaged myself. I was supposed to be making radio control units, but I ran out of. This is all how this always goes. I needed another couple stacks of aluminum casings. Fused modular frames. Did we actually make some? No, we haven't made one yet, but we're our 0.015 per minute modular frames, this one's almost done. And by almost done, I mean, no, it's not. Wowee. Okay. You know, maybe I can just turn this up. We'll go to 100% just so we can have this actually operating. Because I know we're going to need these later. But that'll give us some amount of something to work with. We're just going to leave that alone. Can you eat the nuclear pasta? Well, probably. You could probably eat anything once. Oh, my God. What sauce? Carbonara? You should be ashamed of yourself. That's a good pun, though. Oh, I didn't get any computers. That was the whole reason I went over there, was to get computers. And then I did literally anything else but get computers. So much fun. So much fun. The good news, though, is that we are one step closer to getting something accomplished. I couldn't tell you what step that is or how far we've gone, but we are technically one step closer. And I have an empty inventory slot, which is always nice. So I have 70, I will have 72 of these radio control units. 74, I'm sorry, by the time we're finished here. Which means I only need, ooh, you know what? How many more crystal oscillators? Oh, it's cables, really? Okay, so I'll tell you what. I'm just going to make my own cables. I'm not going to go all the way over there. Because I know I can just go get more stuff later, but I would really like to not have to go do all this stuff again. Just automate it, bro. You got to make a factory. Yeah, I know. I know, but we're at the end of the thing here. There's only so much more tolerance that any of us have for building additional things in this game. But mercifully, we are very close. So I can make 14, which means that's 28 more, and I have 74. Oh, okay. So I actually made too many crystal oscillators. Oh, I need only 13 computers. 13 computers. I wonder how far people go without any machines. Like if someone's ever tried to 100% Satisfactory without building unnecessary machines. Like I know some of them are strictly required for certain things like the blender and the manufacturer for certain items. But I wonder how far you could go without building like anything else. I have a high degree of tolerance for hypertubes. Do you now? Where's my computers? Ah, here we are. I will take a stack of computers over here. Get off of the thing. All right. Come all the way over. This is awful. This is so bad. This is like spaghetti upon spaghetti upon spaghetti. Okay. And I'm in the wrong end of the thing again. Radio control units. Why can I only make 20 of these? Oh, okay, that's the aluminum casings. We'll fix that problem. Fish love hypertubes, do they? So I would always have to wonder about like multiple aquariums connected together with tubes like that. Like, I don't think you could have elevation changes or else the water between the tanks would just like always flow out of the bottom one. But if you had like a series of large tanks connected, like, I'm not talking like tiny tubes, like, I don't know, say like 4-inch PVC or whatever would be appropriate to actually use with fish to go between tanks. Would they actually swim in those? Well, I know they use them to shoot over dams. I've seen those. Those are actually really cool. I think Practical Engineering did a video on those. A bunch of people have done them, but like strictly speaking, for like a home hobby purpose of fish keeping, that would be, well, actually, well, Devilish would be the one to ask, but that would be such an interesting thing to build. Like, I always liked as a kid seeing like anyone that had like a hamster or a gerbil or something. They had these habitats with all the tubes that went in and out of the cage and went all these different spots. I always thought that was the coolest thing ever. Or like when McDonald's actually had playgrounds, and you had the slides and the tubes and everything, and there's always some kid who would like get sick in the slide, like, oh, that's absolutely disgusting. But it was cool to crawl around in there when it wasn't filled with vomit. Need it in a way they won't stay trapped, though. It'd become a low oxygen zone. Unless you take precautions. So like having... So if you had it in such a way where you could guarantee that there was current through there, not electrical current, when there was current flowing through the tubes without, you know, having just impellers or something in there that they couldn't swim through. So that would oxygenate the water and actually make sure that it was flowing to keep it clean. Oh, I bet the hamster cages are a nightmare to clean, because I know the McDonald's play places are a nightmare for cleaning. Because I have friends in high school who worked in there. So it was terrible. So they would just find like the smallest person who was working and make him crawl inside the tubes. It's like, I don't think so. I do not want to be doing that. Oh, come on. I just need a couple of these casings. I need enough flow that it wouldn't get too gunky, but not so much fish won't explore it. I guess it depends on the fish, because there are, I guess, like the migratory fish would probably love that. But regular, you just like garden, well, they're not garden variety fish because they don't come out of a garden. You know what I mean? Generic, like PetSmart fish probably wouldn't really be too interested in that, would they? I don't know. I like the idea, like, if you're going to keep animals in captivity, give them enrichment. Give them something to do. Or at least, like, a nice environment where they can feel safe and they can do stuff. That's part of the reason why I didn't really get into any of that stuff. Is like, I wasn't confident that I could actually do a good enough job not to feel bad about it. Yeah, I had, growing up, I knew people who kept black mollies, and every time they would, they'd spawn, they had to separate the fry so the mom wouldn't eat them. I guess that's probably just a generic fish thing. But that's like the one thing I specifically remember. I was doing... That was the wrong thing. Okay, so I have enough to make the turbo motors. I now have enough radio control units to make 100 turbo motors. I have everything else to make 100 turbo motors except the cooling system. The cooling system needs the rubber, and it needs the heat sinks, and it needs water. We already have the nitrogen gas. So 6 per minute in a blender. So that would be 12 because we have 2. Yeah, we're not finishing this tonight. Never told you I got another paper published. Hey, congrats. That's cool. Okay, my brain combusted trying to comprehend what the second half of that was. I'm assuming that has something to do with blockchain stuff. Ethereum 2.0 cross-share transaction with efficient verification aggregation of KZG commitments. Don't know what that means, but that's exciting. Enrichment for animals and zoos isn't really a thing. Well, that's unfortunate. I kind of feel like Japan doesn't have space for that, like in cities. I know there's like marine parks and stuff that are probably a little bit better about it, but I don't know. I just, every time I think of marine parks, I think of like the whole SeaWorld thing, where it was actually discovered that these animals are basically being abused. Not even basically being abused in some cases, like literally being abused. And kept in these tiny, tiny spaces, and they were experiencing like mental decline as a result of it. That just made me feel bad. There's a bunch of aquariums. Aquariums are cool. I don't know. I just have to wonder about zoos. I know I posted when we did... It was sometime in like the middle of the last Penguins series. I went to Baltimore for a weekend, and I went to the zoo there. And they actually had kept the original enclosures. I need to actually play the game. They'd kept the original enclosures from when the zoo opened in like the 1800s. Obviously, there's no animals in them. But they kept them there, the original size and the original spot. And they had these plaques talking about like why it's bad to keep animals in small spaces like this. And they actually used it as a form of, you know, educating people about stuff, which I thought was nice. Oh, nice. Well, good luck on getting that I guess, well, if it's already nominated for a prize, then that's that. But that is pretty stinking cool, dude. Alright, I need to get up on top of this wall here. Okay. I need to get water into here. The water is currently going to there. We have tons of extra water being produced. If not, we can turn that up. But I need to get water through the wall into here. If we don't care about clipping, then we can just put in one of these guys, probably right about here. Well, I guess we probably shouldn't care about clipping. It really doesn't matter, but I don't know. I like things to look nice. I don't know if I've said that before, but it's just really a shame when stuff just looks like complete garbage when it doesn't have to. So, the amount of clipping that's occurring here, I guess, is tolerable. Alright, I can live with that. It's fine. But coming through the wall, I will go and do that. Alright, so then this is going to have to be... Turn of the pipe is too sharp. Because that's a... Okay. Is this going to work? Oh, come on. Please. Thank you. Okay, so this is going to be water going into this. I'm hoping I don't have to have a pump that goes up, but I suppose we'll find out. Connecting this with a Mark 1 will ideally solve... Why is that... Okay. Ideally will solve our problem with trying to keep things flowing here. Okay, that's really going to irritate me if that goes through that thing. So let's... Alright, let's not do that. I'd never even reprogrammed my hotkeys either. I know that really irritates some of you. But that will go right here. You know what? I'll live with that. That's fine. So this is going to be water. Hopefully that doesn't mess up our coal plant. I don't think it will. Yeah, it seems like it's fine. That shouldn't be more than 10 meters of head lift, but we'll give this a examination real quick. Okay, there's water in here. And of course it doesn't need it, so it's not counting this in here, but I'm going to have to... Oh, man, I'm going to have to undo all of this. Yeah, alright. What I'll do is I'll take that out there, so that will back up. Come on, lag. Take that out there. And then it'll just use the rest of this to clear this out. 75 per minute, 1.5 per minute. So, okay, we're going to run out of... we're going to run out of these long before we run out of heavy modular frames. So I guess I'll just start picking these up. The idea is to clear this out completely so that we can use the rest of our nitrogen stuff to do what we got to do here. So let's see exactly how this is going to work. I might have to come back and mess with this later, but yeah, there's still 50 in here, so that's going to take... Oh, that's going to take another, like, 30 minutes. Maybe I'm just going to... Yeah, I'll tell you what. We just need to decide how many more of these fused modular frames... Wow, we already made 40? Okay. Let's let it have 50. How's that math going to work out? So I only need to have... Oh, it's not going to make 50. Because I don't have enough, I don't have enough aluminum casings for that. That's only going to do a couple more. Huh. All right, well, we'll just let it go, and I'll take the remnants out, and then we'll figure something else out. But point being, we have water, we have nitrogen gas. I can bring in rubber, and I can bring in heat sinks. And what we'll do, just to make it easy for ourselves, easier, is I will just have 2 of these containers stacked on top of each other. And then we'll just have those fed into this, and everything will be A-okay. And looks like this one's actually just finished. All of its bits that it can make. Take these out. That belt should be empty. This one, same deal. How many more of these are in here? Quite a few, it seems. Or is that it? Okay, 2 might be it. All right. So now I can switch this to cooling system. It's going to fill with water, fill with nitrogen gas. Oh, that's nice and easy. 12 heat sinks per minute, 12 rubber per minute. Unless we overcharge it. I never say the correct word. Yikes. So, heat sinks. So I guess it doesn't really matter. But this is a faster one, just because it already was. I'm not going to worry about it. So that'll go there. It's not perfect, but who cares? We're just trying to get something done here. Is that a Mark III? Yes. All right. So I'm gonna say the bottom one's gonna be heat sinks. I do have a stack of heat sinks. I do not have a stack of rubber. So we will have. Oh, I do. Okay. Let's put that in the top one. And then, before too long, well, maybe it might take a while for the Mark I belts to get them in here, but we should see cooling systems start to come out. And that is 6 per minute. I don't know if we're going to want to increase the speed on these. Why is the water stuck at 4.5? Okay, there's no water in here. Why is that? Did we run out of water? Okay. So, what's going to happen here is we're going to have to overclock the water extractors. Alright. Crank that thing all the way up. 180 cubic meters a minute. I think the maximum flow rate, yeah, 600, so that would be 180, and this one should be 120. Yeah. So that's 400, that's 520. We could actually overclock another one of these. And I have, yep, there we go. All right, so 180, 180 is 360. This is going to be 480. So I could actually have both of these, but we don't need that much. In Hokkaido, there are a few bear zoos, but despite the prefecture being huge and empty, aside from 2-3 cities, most of the bear zoo enclosures are smaller than a New York one-bed apartment. Yikes. That is extremely cruel. I never think of Japan as having bears, though. Like, I know geographically speaking, they would absolutely be a thing, but that's never what I think of. Okay, so now we actually have water, and we have enough for this to be going. Oh, this takes 150 nitrogen per minute, so that's 300 per minute. Is that actually going to be able to keep up? Nitrogen-wise, I can't remember how much we were making. Well, I mean, it's able to keep up, so I guess that's fine. We need to go get stuff to fill these containers with. And I need to get rid of all this extra garbage. So let's go... Oh, we have a lot of these heavy modular frames we probably don't need to be making anymore. But I will just go ahead and put this in here. Because we have this balanced, kind of. The encased industrial beam production was balanced to go over to the nuclear area too. So I guess we'll just leave this the way it is. They thought pandas were not bears? Well, what did they think they were? What in the world would they have been if they were not bears? I don't remember that at all. I think we're about the same age. Okay, that might actually make sense. How are we heatsink wise? I forgot I have them collecting in here. That's it? Okay, this is going super slow. Oh, I was gonna overclock this. That's what I'm doing with this last bit. I guess it doesn't really matter. But I can only really use 25 copper sheets a minute, so I guess that's what it has to be set to. Was that 110%? No, 111%? 111 point... Is it just going to be ones repeating? Yep. Okay. Well, at least we're using all of our copper sheets. We can do that. I think they thought they were convergent evolution. Well, that would be fascinating. Whatever scenario that would make sense under. Huh. What did I come over here for? Alclad aluminum sheets. I mean, I guess I have enough of these where I don't really need to worry about saving these. I can just send these into the what do you call it? Or I could just make a whole bunch of heat sinks, which is what I was originally doing. All right, I need to get rubber. Where's my rubber? I don't see any rubber. What happened to my rubber? Did it get stuck up there? It absolutely did. Okay, let's go find that. Ah, plastic. Plastic, plastic, plastic. See, I thought I'd solved this problem because I figured there was no way we would ever not use all the plastic. All right. I guess what's going to have to happen is I will just take a couple stacks of plastic so we can get our rubber out of this. Oh, this is completely full of plastic. How did I not have plastic that was going into the... Oh my god, what did I do with this? That's a... Okay, that's a combiner. That's not what it's called. That's a splitter. I really just need to have something else going in here. I guess we're gonna have to do a really ugly thing here, and that's gonna be to split off this plastic into a. Okay, I don't have cable. All right, well at least I know where the cable is. It's over here. I know red pandas are like a completely different thing. All right, cable. Give me a stack of cable. All right, I guess we have to make an unclogger. Because that's going to be, as long as like something is split off, I think that's going to be, no, that has to be a, there we go. I guess this doesn't really matter where it goes as long as it has a way to solve our problems. Mark 5 belt because why not? Just have the extra plastic shoved through there, and oh, why is that not working? Why is this not going? Did I do this wrong? There's no reason why that should not work. I have never heard of that, no. Okay. I think this should work. Give me a Mark 5 belt. There we go. So that's going to send all that extra plastic out. As long as this is actually only getting plastic, I think we're going to be okay. Smart splitter, yep, okay. So that should help get our rubber where it needs to go. There's just so much in the way of plastic I'm going to have to just grab a bunch of stacks of this. And then hopefully they can, you know, actually send rubber somewhere. Okay, but some of it went out, so that's good. Wait, hold on. Is this faster than the other one? Okay, that's a Mark III, that's a Mark III. Why do we only have a Mark III? Okay, well. Oh, it's that kind of... Okay. That's why I haven't heard of it, then. Alright. Because I don't have any other way of getting... okay. I guess what we'll do is we'll just feed all of our extra plastic into... Remember when we didn't have enough plastic to do anything? Now we have too much. It's clogging everything up. It's also because we're not making a bunch of these materials, but... We'll just feed all this extra plastic into the atom smasher or whatever thing, and then grab our rubber so we can make more stuff. Because this probably doesn't need to be making computers anymore, but it's using so much of it. I just have that rubber going into one spot, and that is this computer maker thing. But I imagine... Aha, here it comes. Yeah, I'm absolutely not reading that, but good for you. All right. Now I have at least a little bit of rubber. It's going to run stuff for some amount of time. Let's make some heat sinks. And then we can feed those to the thing, and then probably need to go ahead and stop, but... Let's see, what else? Red pandas were first described in 1825 as members of the raccoon family because they have similar skulls, teeth, and ringed tails. Interesting. Later, DNA analysis suggested that red pandas... ... Now we'll never know. DNA analysis suggested red pandas might belong to the bear family, however, later genetic research placed red pandas in their own family. Fascinating. Because, like, I look at a red panda and I don't even think of it being a bear at all, which obviously it's not, but the word panda, I guess, in modern context that I would be able to identify with just means bear. It's almost 9 o'clock. People need to sleep. 2 hours later. Yeah, pretty much. That's the way it goes. Well, there's only one person that really gets mad if I make noise too late, but we won't be going too much longer. Water is good. I can't understand how so many people just don't drink water. Like, all they drink are, like, energy drinks or coffee or whatever. Like, you're going to kill yourself doing that. Now, that's interesting. Red obviously comes from fur coloration. Panda most likely is derived from panya, a Nepali word that is usually translated to mean bamboo eater. I did not know that. That would make perfect sense. Language origin is a really fascinating thing, isn't it? Panda bear is a bamboo-eating bear. Well, there you have it, folks. We're learning so much about animals. It's fascinating. Got our own little zookeeper here. We are learning in here. Always education. Education's important. That's why I use mine to make YouTube videos. No, I'm messing with you. I'm going to finish making these heat sinks. And then I think that will, yeah, that'll go partly into this stack, and then we'll just pop these in there, try to get some more rubber out of that other thing. And then I'll probably have to get off for the night. Learning to the techno beat of heatsink manufacturing. You don't believe in education. Well, you joke, but anyway, we don't need to get into that. There's plenty of people who work in professions that don't necessarily believe in what they're doing. I know where you're going with that. All right, so I got 3 whole stacks of heat sinks. I'm gonna end up with, I don't know, 3 1/4 stacks, which, nah, that's fine. It's making more, and by the time we get over to that storage thing, there's probably gonna be another stack or so in there for us to take. Oh, we're gonna end up with a leftover copper sheet. That's annoying. Oh well. Alright, so let's go find rubber. Don't tell me it's been using all this. Or it's stuck again. That's probably exactly what's happened. Okay. Now, let me go this way. Did I reduce the amount of... Oh, hello. Did I reduce the amount of rubber we were making like an idiot? Yeah, I'll just take this. That stack, that stack. That's fine. As long as we have enough fuel, which I think we do. Everything is sinking in here. Oh, I've got DNA capsules I can put in, and I haven't done that. How close is the train? Nowhere near, right? Okay, it's way over there. We're not going to wait for it. If you remove a hydrogen, the water tastes so much better. Wouldn't that just be... I feel like that's a very dangerous substance to be ingesting. Maybe just me. Okay, we have 96 of those, so I've got... Wow, okay, over 4 stacks of heat sinks. That's actually... We'll take that. That's pretty good. Oh, we have extra rubber? Really? Was I doing rubber on the top? I guess it doesn't matter if it's empty. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Mistakes were made. Okay. That one was supposed to be... Oh crap. I grabbed the wrong... This is why you don't do stupid things, friends. So if rubber is actually... Oh god, I don't know which one's supposed to be where. So this already has rubber in it. Okay, easiest thing to do is just take it out of the machine, no matter what it is, and just let it sort itself out. So the top one is rubber. The top one will stay rubber. Now, at least. So that's going to have the extra rubber in there. This will have all the heat sinks. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the best way to do that. So then that will make more cooling systems. How many did we make already? Like 4? Oh, okay. 59. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I got a 69.51 in chemistry in high school. I do not understand any of this. That's kind of a cool, cool looking model for that. But I need to have 400 of these for the milestone and another 400 to make turbo motors. Yeah, what a nice score. Yeah, it was nice enough for me not to have to take the whole 11th grade again. Or was that 10th grade? No, that's 10th grade. Yeah, in my district, the minimum passing score was a 69.51. because that rounded up to 70. Probably shouldn't be proud of that, but I didn't have to take it again. We still have rubber in here. Got a stack and a half-ish. Alright, let's go see if I can make anything else for the cooling thing. Cooling system. No, I just have to wait on rubber. So maybe I should automate getting the rubber over here, but that would be kind of a pain in the butt. Heatsink wise, we're probably okay. Maybe. Eventually. The turbo motors, the biggest pain in the butt is having all these cooling systems. But I've got the radio control units, I already have the motors, and then I didn't think rubber was going to be a problem, but I guess it is. 2400 rubber. It's just going to take some time to get done. And then we just have all this other phase 4 stuff that we can't get to until we finish particle enrichment. So, unfortunately, we're not going to know what the recipe is for the nuclear pasta, because I can't look it up until we, wait, what? Uses power. Okay. We make it with the particle accelerator. Okay, so I can't even look at this. Oh, God, what goes into this to make nuclear pasta? Do I have to do... Oh, am I going to have to make plutonium stuff? Oh, no. Okay, well, that's going to have to be a not right now thing anyway. Was there anything else that I needed to do before we are finished? I think I was going to maybe build another part of this building over here. Yeah, because we didn't finish the steel factory either. So why don't we just build the rest of the building? And then go see how our rubber's looking so we can maybe pop some of that in there. Advanced mathematics with unreal numbers like square roots of negatives were the hardest class I had. You had that in high school? Actually, no, I took Calc in senior year. I have no idea how I got placed in that class. Or how I managed to get an A. I could not tell you anything about calculus except derivatives are a thing that exist. That's basically it. So how do I want to do this? Normally what I do is I have the building set up all the same way. So this is actually on the world grid. And I said at one point I was going to rebuild this, but that was before we had a date for update, or not update 1, full release. So I guess we're just not going to ever rebuild these. It's probably for the best, honestly. Why can I not... There we go. No, I want 9. Thank you. Alright, so now I've got to decide, am I going to bring this all the way over to here? I guess there's really no reason not to. I have to decide how the building is going to finish. Like, where am I going to get into it? Probably would have to be this end because this is where all the storage is. So let's put in a door wall right there. I guess we'll just might as well put in 2. Why not, right? And then this can just go all the way across. Get that put in there. Go all the way across. I probably am going to run out of iron plates again, and that's going to be annoying, but maybe not. Ooh, yeah, no, I super am. That's, yep, that's annoying. Because this also, alright. I was going to try to avoid having to go get more of those, but I guess we'll go do it. Will 1.0 make playing the save impossible? Impossible, no. But they're taking some nodes away and they're adding others and they're rebalancing recipes to the point where it's more or less pointless to try to continue an established save. I wanted to start over anyway. Okay, what's this about water beavers? No, that's coming tomorrow. That's tomorrow's video. Not tomorrow as in Thursday, not tomorrow as in Wednesday. I have to go record that tomorrow. Actual tomorrow when I get home. Concrete, concrete, concrete. Let me get some concrete here. And there we go. Alright, let's go finish this thing. Put that building to bed. Next big thing you're going to do after raising the land for the foundry. Huh? Oh, you're talking about water beavers. Advanced water control mods you can connect to the water cannon. I mean, maybe. I have been assured that it will work. But I kind of don't want to mess with it. Honestly. I know it's stupid, but I enjoy things not being broken a lot. Even though it's probably not going to break anything, I just default to it always causing problems. Trying to add new stuff. Alright, that will go... Come on. There we go. Okay, so this building is fully enclosed. I'm not in love with this design, but I mean, it's what I've always done, so I guess it's okay. Now we just need to... the ceiling's actually a little low, but I need to put in the rest of this to where we can actually walk on stuff. So probably need to just come up from here with a set of stairs. Why can I not go up from... Hello? Why can I not go up? Okay. That works. Stairs right there's. Nope, nope, stop that. Aw, are you serious? Now I need rods? Come on, man. It never ends. You are correct. I wish I could ride these things while they're actually going. I am probably not going to remember any of that when I'm recording tomorrow. Unfortunately. Alright, come on, let me get on. Yeah. Is this going to kick me off when it goes through here? No. Okay. Could you imagine how miserable this would be if I didn't have the Blade Runners? It would take so long to do anything. Alright. Now I can actually build the rest of this stuff. That should get us where we want to go. And then I believe I can do stairs down into the corner. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. It's not perfect, but it does allow us to walk around. And I just have a bunch of dead space over there I didn't do anything with, which is whatever. But now I need to be able to get into the building, which also should include us putting walls on. And then we're going to have to put some supports or other walls under there. I mean, we don't have to. I just always end up feeling like I have to do that. Okay, T-crossing catwalk. That one can actually be a corner in that spot. And then we'll do T-crossing to somewhere where we can actually take stairs up from the side here. Is that going to allow me, without taking up space here, too much space? Is this going to allow me to do what I want to do here? Might not let me unless I'm snapping directly to it. I don't know if I did a T-crossing here. Which, actually, if I was doing that, I probably should just bring that in the middle here. Can I attach it in the center? Doesn't look like it. Okay. So that did not build. Okay. There we go. Take that other extra piece out. So, yeah, I can walk up this now. That works. Very cool. And then let's finish the rest of this off and then check our rubber situation. And I suppose I could just build these walls all the way down to the ground. Or I could put frames on them. Yeah, okay. You know what? We'll just do this. It's easier. All the way down. Probably isn't a real reason to do it this way, but hey. We might as well finish the whole thing while we can. Alright, that tiny piece there. That piece by itself. That covers that mess. I never put supports under these, but I guess we're not going to worry about that now. I still have this entire backside due. Okay, but it comes out. Does it come down below on this side? It does. So that needs to be times 9. Does it go down low enough to get another one? Oh, in the very, very corner. In the very corner that I can't seem to reach. Oh, I almost had it. Almost had it. There we go. See you, Devilish. There will not be an O&I stream tomorrow. I don't know when the next one of those is going to be. I got to be in the right mood to play that game. Alright, so that's going to go there. That's going to go there, and then 2 there. Alright, that building is super ugly, but it's done. Oxygen not included. The first couple streams of that were like really frustrating, drinking through a fire hose type stuff. Did I finish this one? I did. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not super in love with that, but it works. So we're going to leave it alone. Let's go check our rubber situation, and then we will sign off for today. I have not done anything with that game since the last time we had a stream on it. I don't think we're going to have any rubber left over here, but we're going to check anyway. Nope, nothing there. But there is a stack and a third here, so I guess that's probably about as good as we're going to get. I think these computers are... I probably should have turned these off, but they're using all of our rubber that's coming in. So I'm going to take it away. So we already have way too many computers. This is using circuit boards, which are coming from here? No, that's coming from here, which is using that's using our plastic that we're supposed to be doing something with. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna. I can't really turn this off. I can unoverclock it though. Yeah, that using 45 per minute is a whole lot less than 112. That might give us a fighting chance to actually get something accomplished here. Now let's check our situation over here with the heat sinks. Yeah, those are being made so slow I don't think it's going to matter. And away we go. Oh, we didn't go see Meatball today. We can go say hi, I suppose. Okay, why is this stuck out like this? Is that just glitched? There is no water. Why is there no water? Did we have a power issue? Do we have a problem? Anyway, heat sinks in the bottom. Rubber in the top. I hope I don't have a problem with water in here. That would be such a pain. Okay, no, there's water here. There's water there. It's just not flowing very quickly. I'm going to have to put a pump, aren't I? Can't of course. Alright, well, never mind that then. I know it's not a problem because they did it before. They're running. Alright, we're just going to have to leave that alone and just hope it works. Hey, what's up, dude? Thanks for the wood. Need to make him a better enclosure before we're finished. And I know I have other lizard doggos somewhere, I just don't know where they're going. It's kind of a lot of work to get them to come to a specific spot. I suppose, unless I wanted to finish this building, there's probably not too much else we can really do. Oh, wow, I have 200 already? Okay. Yeah, let's put these in the particle enrichment thing. Or I could use them to make turbo motors. How long is that going to take? How long is it going to take to make turbo motors? That's down here. No, where's turbo motors? Here. Oh, I don't have rubber. Okay, well, we'll just hang on to these then. I'm not going to sit them in the thing yet. In fact, I'm going to put them back in the whatever this thing is, container. Yeah, that's probably the best place for them to be. So, assuming we have water in here now. That's really weird. Why is it like that? So the belts are glitched, or that one was glitched, and I guess now maybe it's not, and that's just there? Yeah, the rubber wasn't an issue until now it is. But I think part of it was we were consuming 112 per minute making computers I didn't need. So now that I turned that down, that should help. Alright, yeah, I can't think of anything else we need to get done. So, let's see, what did we accomplish today? We got particle enrichment stuff really, really accelerated, but we don't have particle accelerators yet. Made 200-something cooling systems. That helps. Automated heat sinks. Automated couple of other small things. Got quartz coming in. Built a little building for that. And, yeah, you know, that's actually a big help getting that done. I should have done that 30 hours ago, but is what it is. Appreciate you guys sticking around. I know it's not as popular as the Beavers, but this is a fun game, despite the math. And I am excited for 1.0. We'll see what happens when we get there. But for now, that's all the time I've got. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your night or day or whatever time it is. Beard Boosters are going to get the next episode of the Folktales in approximately 15 seconds when I hit end stream and then publish that video for you guys. But I will catch everybody later. Have a great night. Bye-bye.